My 3C hoodlums and hooligans, welcome again to another weekend live stream here on the 3C network where we get down and boogie together for about 2 to 3 hours, depending on how long Papa decides to speak. It is so nice to see you guys all here. I'm glad you're here. There's a new feature on my software place that I use where they're letting me put the chat on the screen. Let me know if you like that or not. I can take it on and off as you please. I think it's going to be filled with nothing but ussy. It's either going to be goon every 3 seconds, something ussy, or daddy. Those are like the top words when I stream, and I don't know how to explain that to my mother whenever she logs in and sees me. They say you goon a lot, son. What does that mean, oh mother? I do not have the strength to tell you. So instead, I will show. That would be wild, right? Oh, starting off the 3C night, little crazy here. So yeah, you guys, don't abuse it. Don't abuse it, because I'll quickly take it away like everything else here on the channel. Oh, but it is so great to see you guys here. We actually have a whole lot to talk about. It was a busy weekend for me. Had some other stuff to do. Some things I'll tell you what I was doing and why I couldn't live stream as quickly as I wanted to. But hey, running down the list of some of the stuff we're going to talk about here today. And then before I get into your viewer questions, we got I went to a horror convention, the biggest horror convention here in Texas. Gonna give you just a quick little taste because I am planning a vlog on that. The Jurassic World popcorn buckets have all been revealed. Gonna be showing you them, and you tell me what you think is the best. The Street Fighter movie is casting people already. Gonna try and talk more than 3 minutes on the Street Fighter movie. Skibidi toilet. This might be the biggest lie the internet has seen in a while. And I think there's a conspiracy. There is someone pulling our chain, and we got to get to the bottom of it. The Backrooms movie. We finally got an update on that thing. I thought maybe it was canceled. New Fantastic Four footage with a TV spot. We got Marvel that removed 3 release dates. What were those for? And dude, Avengers Doomsday is just facing leak after leak after leak. There's even one guy just sneaking onto the set being crazy. We commend you, but we know you're dead because Kevin Feige is after you. And we'll see what else you guys decide to talk about. I know there was a bunch of other little things in there. So let's just jump into it and get right to it, guys. Yeah. I'm seeing you guys liking the little chat here off to the side. If you like a name, go ahead, go crazy. Okay. All right. So yes, Papa went to a horror convention this Saturday, which is why I live stream on Sunday instead of Friday. Friday had a family thing to get to, and I also went to a baby shower earlier today, which is why I'm streaming kind of late. Nevertheless, I did end up going to a horror convention. I'm trying to pull up the actual thing. There we go. And I want to show you some of the lovely people I got to meet. Yeah, you're gonna be jealous, all right. You're gonna be jealous. All right, here we go. We got it. Wow! Oh, oh, ooh, be mad, be angry, dog. I got to meet and hold Melissa Barrera. Oh, dude, that was an awesome moment. This was so cool, dude. She is so down to earth. She is so sweet. Just like with every celebrity interaction, I got to have an embarrassing thing. So I do have a little bit of a story to tell you, and I'll get way more in detail on these interactions in the vlog I'll be posting, because yes, I did vlog it. I got plenty of nice footage, met a lot of fans. So please check out that video when it gets posted. I got most of the footage done. I'm going to send it off to Reed, the channel editor, and he'll spice it up and make it more fun. So y'all please check out that video. But one embarrassing thing, dude, I don't know what it is. Because I know she's Latin and I'm Latin too. It's basically my version of Shamik. Yeah, it's Shamik all over again. I don't know why. It just celebrity interaction makes me think racial. Just that's what I do. So I couldn't help but to just talk to her in Spanish. I was like, "Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hola, Melissa. Hola." And I'm just like, why? I know she speaks English. When I try to impress her, she's like, "Oh, dude. Whoa, nobody's ever speaking Spanish to me. What is your name?" I like your spunk, kid. It's never happened, but that's all that what I was saying. But no, she's really awesome. And at these horror cons, she's very well liked. Her lines, unbelievably long, guys. I wanted to get in line for her to sign one of my ghost face masks. Oh, just no. I would have had to have waited in line for like 4 or 5 hours, which she would have been worth it. But I was trying to get content for you guys, and that would have like taken up most of the day of things I could have done there. So I got to meet her, and then Art the Clown, David Howard Thornton in the makeup, dude. I again another these things happen so quickly. I wasn't planning on hugging him. I wasn't planning on grabbing him, but it just happened. I got up there and I was like, "Oh, David, my father never loved me. Hug me, Art. Hug me or kill me, whichever one, man. I'm fine with either." Bro, but what is, dude, that is a wild comment to read right now. Someone just said, "Bro, you're close to his pain." Okay. Oh man. If anything, I feel like in this photo, Art looks creeped out. That takes some effort for Art to be creeped out at you. Like, look at him. Doesn't he look a little like, I don't know this fat white guy. I don't know why he hugging me. Art looks a little like, get him away from me. Is he allowed to do this? Did y'all say he could touch me? Art and fart. Yeah, I wish I would have gotten to do those moments there, but all these cons happen so quickly. And just as well, they had most of the Terrifier cast there. Lauren Lavera, they had the brother, they had David Howard Thornton, Damien Leone, the director. That's kind of what made the con so big this year. And dude, all their lines packed. It's just, again, you have to wait hours. And I got lucky because I managed to bump into the director after this photo. He gave me a little scoop on Terrifier 4. Nothing crazy or huge, just a small little detail people have heard, but it's an added detail to give. It's just something little extra in there. So we'll look out for the vlog, because I'll saving that for there, where the director tells me a little something about Terrifier 4 we didn't exactly know yet. So have that. And then, of course, the one everyone in the internet was going crazy for. Your boy got to meet the meats. I got to meet Mr. and Mrs. Dead Meat. Oh, dude. They're icons in the horror space. I gotta give props where props are due, and Dead Meat channel definitely deserves it. They've done so much for the horror community. They've built such a respectable channel. Still watch them to this day, and they had a booth at the con, and yep, their line long. I think there was the only line I really waited in, because I really wanted to, to get like some footage with them for the vlog, and I got a video interaction with them, and I confronted them about something. So look out in the vlog where I confront James and Chelsea. Oh yeah, you two beef start. No, that's really simple, but it was fun meeting them. Very nice. The one downside to them and waiting their line, same thing with Melissa Barrera, and this is like a positive. I say downside, but this is a positive. They're the type of people that will give as much time to the fan there, a respectable amount. Not like you're not going to abuse the time and be there for 10 minutes. But I had to wait in their line for so long because every fan, they were just there talking with them, giving them their moment, really having interaction, not putting any hate anywhere. But this year, a lot of people were mad at Bruce Campbell. He was there at the con, and he just kind of brushes you by. He's like, he signs your thing, takes your picture, and moves on. He doesn't really have an interaction with you. And there's other celebrities like Matthew Lillard is known for like having an interaction with you. So his lines take a while because he'll give each person time. So that's awesome. So, but it did take a while to get to Dead Meat because every fan, they were giving them a chance to, but that's awesome. And they were great, and can't wait for you guys to see that interaction. Here's where I got right there. I was so lucky that Damien Leone, the director of Terrifier, as people were taking their photos with Art the Clown, David Howard Thornton, Damien was there touching up his makeup. So I guess it's hot there. It's sweaty. So probably David's kind of like sweating through his makeup and stuff. So every like couple people, Damien would be like, stop. And then he'd add more glue, add more paint. And so he was there. And I know he knows me because he follows me on all socials and he's commented on my stuff before. So I was like, maybe he'll recognize me. And I was just like, hey, Damien. And as immediately as he saw my face, he went, oh, dude. And I got a little video interaction, and you guys will see that in the vlog. So, dude, did you get a heart? What the heck? But no, it was just so cool. And there were so many other things I wanted to do. Like, if I waited in his line, I was going to show him my version of Art the Clown, Fart the Clown, and be like, cameo. But it was just really quick and he had to get back to doing the thing. I was just so grateful he gave me a little bit of time. And then one I was super excited for, I know maybe not a lot of you care about, but dude, Kane Hodder in the Jason X outfit. This isn't some random cosplayer. This isn't some guy who showed up. No, that is Kane Hodder, Jason Voorhees himself in the Jason X outfit. Dude. I was just so happy about that, dude. I love Jason X. I know it's cheesy. It's dumb and wild. That was one of my favorite Friday the 13th movies growing up. I loved how ridiculous it got. And as soon as I saw he was taking photos in costume, oh, heck yeah. Yeah. Oh, dude. Well, thank you for the kind words on my fiance. That's so nice. That's my fiance. So yeah, that's just a taste of what happened. I got so much other interactions and footage for the video. So please, guys, whenever that releases, if y'all want to check that out. And honestly, this might be a week where you guys get a lot of vlogs. Let's jump onto that little quick segment just to tease you on what else. So I got the horror vlog that'll be coming to you. I'm debating on this next thing. So let me see here. You guys can let me know how you feel, because I just don't know if I can stretch it out to a whole video or it's just going to have to be a YouTube short. But either way, you guys are most likely going to get it as content somehow. So let me just get this up. Okay, because tomorrow they are releasing the Superman Dairy Queen. And I was just like, I'll definitely get in costume. I'll go to a Dairy Queen. I'll order it and do a 3C food review. I just don't know how long I could make that. And it's not even that inventive of a meal. You know, it's freaking a burger. The thing is just the birthday cake, but it's Superman themed. I want to do it. And so that'll probably be a YouTube short. I would love it to be a vlog. If I can figure out how to make it longer, I will definitely do it. But this next one, I for sure think I'm going to make it into a video, because we have the How to Train Your Dragon meal. I don't know how many of you guys saw this. This is also being released this Tuesday at Burger. Oh, here, look, there's my little TikTok on it. Go check it out. I'm right there. But there is a How to Train Your Dragon meal coming to Burger King. And hey, your boy's already ordered the dragon costume. He's gonna be going out to it. And this one I can actually stretch into a video, because look, they did a good job. They got a colored burger in there. They got some colored mozzarella sticks. They got plenty of stuff for me to try out and things like that. So this one, I think I'll for sure be making a video of a 3C food review. So like that's 3 possible vlogs you're getting. You're getting the horror vlog, you're getting the Superman, you're getting this one. And there's another Comic-Con this week in Texas. It's called Fan Expo. That's more general, just like everything, not horror related, more like comic book superhero. I'm debating on whether to dress up and do another vlog there. We'll see how good the horror vlog does. If that one tanks, I'm not going to do the other video. I'll still go to the event, but I don't do the video because, hey, vlogs are sometimes hit and miss, man. Vlogs sometimes hit and miss. And, and yeah, you guys are right. In the future, they are coming out with the Fantastic Four pizza. Dude, Little Caesars is coming in clutch. Let me see. I think they have actually a video here. Yep, they have the video already. That's such a smart move. It's going to be from Little Caesars. It's a 4-style pizza of different flavors. And I think there's already been a leak of some of the box art. Let me see if I can find it on X. Let's see. Fantastic for pizza. Somebody's got to have it. If I spelled fantastic right. They've already got some of the box art. Come on, man. I know somebody's got it. Oh, okay. Here's a little bit of it. You can see we got Reed Richards down here. We got the Thing. It's just fantastic. Say that again. Oh, dude. It's so whenever this one comes out, I don't know when the exact release date of it is. Does it say? Is it already available? I don't know. It doesn't say when it's going to be available. Whenever that's available, that'll be definitely one. And I wasn't even planning for this video. I was just planning for the review. Your boy might have already purchased some Fantastic Four cosplay. So get ready for me to squeeze into something and wear it for you, you know? All right. So a lot of fun stuff coming out. And I guess since we're on the topic of merchandise, we can move on to the next thing here that we're going to discuss here. So Jurassic World Rebirth. I keep wanting to call it Dominion, but Rebirth is quickly approaching. And with that, man, they have started announcing the popcorn buckets for the movie. Let's go in and see which ones we're actually buying, because this is the year, man. I said it. I'll continue doing the popcorn bucket rankings, but due to space and just wasted plastic all over my home, I'm only buying certain buckets. So let's see which ones I'll actually buy and which ones I'll just show in pictures whenever the time comes to rank, man. That's just the way we got to do it now. All right, Jurassic World Rebirth popcorn buckets. We had a couple released, and there's even one that's like laughable. There's one that's like a just terrible one. So here's the one from Regal, which I think is kind of an interesting design. I don't know if I love it, if I'm iffy on it. I think I do have to get it. But I think the thing I love about it, so one, it's like a little incubator. So you have a little dinosaur fetus in there. Who doesn't want to eat popcorn out of a fetus? Is that an embryo? Is that the placenta? I'm getting a little protein in there. And then you have the drink right next to it with the little popote with the straw. Yeah, I think they dropped a video of it so you can kind of a look. That's kind of cool. But the reason I kind of like it is because it reminds me of what the tech looked like in the Jurassic Park universe with the original 19 with the movie that came out in the 90s. I was gonna say 95, but I think it came out in 98, maybe 95 or 96. So that's why I kind of like it, is the retro tech look of it. I think that's what makes it kind of appealing to me. It just has that look. So I think I'll probably be purchasing this one. I think this one's kind of cool. It's just funny to be eating popcorn out of a little fetus in there. Then, boy, oh boy, dude, I was like, you're kidding. Cinemark, bring in the heat, baby. This right here is the photo of merchandise. Cinemark, our favorite theater here on the channel, whether they put out great or bad popcorn bucket, they're my favorite theater. And they're going to be coming out with some T-Rex head. For only $30, you can get some T-Rex head. That's something to roar about. Mama said I couldn't be a voice actor. That right there, 100% accuracy T-Rex. 100% accuracy through T-Rex. That's good. Dude, that thing is awesome. I hope it's big. That thing looks kind of huge already. And the other thing, not to glaze Cinemark any further than I already do, they are so reasonable with their prices, dude. Cinemark is the most reasonable one with the prices for the popcorn buckets. I guarantee you that Regal one we just saw, probably going to be like 50 bucks, 40, 50 bucks. Cinemark, T-Rex head for $30, and you get a free XL popcorn. If you subtract that, which like an XL popcorn is at least like $15, then this bucket's only 15 bucks. Yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about right there. I think that's good. I sounded like a Last of Us clicker. I guess that does sound like the Last of Us clicker. The only thing I'm worried about with this T-Rex bucket, how does it open? Because there is a big fumble that can happen here if this opens the wrong way. The way I would love it to open is obviously through the mouth. Someone add the Among Us sound effect there. Through the mouth, right? Because that's the mix. You open the T-Rex and you get the popcorn. If this thing has a little pouch on the back, a little slot that opens up there, I don't want it. You take it back, you redesign it, you put it in the 3D printer, and you fix that. Because how do you not make a T-Rex head and don't have the popcorn coming out of its mouth? That's just the way you got to do it. But if they just have the little, like, just like a little lot, and then you just open it up and get it through his back neck, I don't want no back neck popcorn. What are we doing here? So we'll see. But even just the size of this thing, that's going to be awesome. That's definitely going to be sitting on the shelf for a while. So, bro always wants mouth. Dude, I'm so jealous because taking a pause, it's still popcorn bucket related, but freaking I missed out on the Jaws popcorn bucket. I'm gonna have to buy its second market, which I'm already seeing them going up for like $200. John Flickinger, who's live right now. Freaking John, look at this guy. Been doing this for like 20 years. Starting to show, John. Just kidding. But he got it and he already had it delivered. And look, Dude, the Jaws popcorn bucket is awesome, and it comes the right way. It's from Alamo Drafthouse. It's all sold out. But, you got the popcorn bucket coming out of the mouth of Jaws. It looks so dope. I think he's got it right there. Look at that. And that thing is huge. That's, like, bigger than the size of his head, man. So, I'm definitely gonna have to buy it secondhand market, but that's so awesome. That's so awesome. Okay, continuing on with what we got here is, the next one, dude, the next popcorn bucket, and the next one is from AMC. I laughed. I giggled. I said, "Really? Huh? That's what you went with." I don't know who's buying this one, and if you are, buddy, I think we've gotta have a conversation. The popcorn bucket for AMC is a footprint. Is a little indented footprint in the ground. Now I know the AMC Glazers out there are gonna come a knocking, gonna come a shooting and saying, "Chris, what you talking about? This is actually pretty creative. This is nice. I could see what they were attempting." Don't you say that to me. Yeah, I'll admit it when Cinemark don't put out the best buckets. I'll admit it. So you gotta admit it too, AMC. What is this? This barely feels like a bucket, man. I don't know. It's kind of, you know what it actually reminds me of? And I hopefully this does not go wrong. You know what? Let me just take it out just in case. Hopefully I could spell this right. Because I've seen memes of things. Okay. This is what it reminds me of. Okay, good. These are all clean images. I was afraid that we are gonna see something nasty. It reminds me of the toilet they give you in the hospital. If you ever been in the hospital and you're like someone who can't get out of bed to do the potty or anything, they give you one of these, a toilet pan seat where you just do it on the bed and sit on it. That's what it's reminding me of. That's what this thing looks like. It's like a toilet pan seat that they give you at the hospital. Heck, that's what they're going to have to use it for when no one buys them. AMC is going to have to find a way to get their money back. And they're going to be like, healthcare medical center. Well, how can we help you? You patients need popcorn? The Jurassic Rebirth popcorn bucket? Give me your whole stock. We got a room full of diarrhea old men. I don't know. That's the kind of vibe I got looking at it. Maybe when I hold it, when I grab it, I'll feel differently about it. I don't even know how good this will hold popcorn. I feel like this is like a spill master machine, right? It's just, you put it on and it's just going to spill all over the place. Little Billy, you need to hold it level. If it's not perfectly level, half your popcorn is gone. So AMC, I bet. Could be wrong though. AMC came out with some cool ones from for Mission Impossible. I didn't even get a chance to go check. Who knows if they're probably all sold out. But I thought the popcorn buckets for AMC were kind of cool looking. They did like a whole spy thing. They reminded me of like when I was a kid. So they had like a briefcase that also has like the straw and the drinker. And then, a little briefcase with like Ethan's mission on it and the logo lights up. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of your mission. Should you choose to accept? And they have the little drinker cup that comes with working binoculars. Dude, that just reminds me of like my childhood when like you remember all those spy toys they would sell to us? Being a spy was like big when I was a kid. And there was just spy toys everywhere and I wanted them so badly. This was actually pretty cool. I was like, AMC cooked with that one. I liked it. The Regal one is still better, of the bomb and all that I got. And dude, I was so mad at myself when I did the review for Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. I forgot to put the popcorn bucket on my desk. I was so disappointed and so ready to talk about my frustrations with that movie. Still liked it, still think it's a good movie, but there's things about it that disappointed me, and I forgot to put the dang bucket on my desk. So the whole review was ruined, in my opinion. That's how I feel about that. But all right, but you guys let me know which one you'd actually purchase, which one you think is worth it. For me, it's T-Rex head. T-Rex head every day for $30. You can't beat those prices, okay? That's gonna be an instant purchase for me. Instant purchase. All right. I guess I could talk about that. I wasn't planning on it. I didn't know, like, do we really still care about that? There was a leak of the Madam Web popcorn bucket. I guess I'll just briefly touch upon that. Okay, so Madam Web, as we all know, movie that I just did not enjoy. Don't know what Sony was doing with those characters and whatnot, but people found out there was these canceled popcorn buckets, was just little simple, nothing extravagant or crazy, but it was newspaper clippings of the Daily Bugle. And a lot of these articles confirm major characters. They had like Carol Danvers here. You can see right there, it says Carol Danvers. That's Miss Marvel. One of them said the Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus. Right here, they even have Drax, the Destroyer. That's Dave Bautista as Drax. Oh, sorry, the chat's covering that up. Right there, Drax, the Destroyer, right there. And I read somebody who worked at a movie theater. Here's the Green Goblin mention. So these popcorn buckets were like ready and set to go and released with the movie. And then last minute, theaters were told, hey, do not sell them because Marvel did not give us permission to have Madam Web in the universe. And that's what they were planning, just like with Venom, hoping that'd be in the MCU, but obviously it didn't happen. And I'm glad it didn't happen. Like Sony's always got these plans to put Spider-Man or connect them into the MCU, but they just could not make a good enough movie for Kevin Feige to give the thumbs up. I don't know. I didn't know if that was still that interesting or not, but that's what happened. Them Madam Web popcorn buckets. I bet they're rare collectibles now, though. Rare collectibles. All right, let's move on to the next topics we got to discuss here. What do you have? The Street Fighter movie. Okay, Street Fighter. I'll be honest with you. I've never been much of a Street Fighter guy, so apologies if I don't have too much to say. All I know is I'm very disappointed that the Philippe brothers, the brothers who make Talk to Me and the Rocka brothers had to leave the project, and they didn't get a chance to make their version of it because seeing what they've done with their movie making, I'd be so into it. But either way, we're getting into a Street Fighter movie because this is the era that we've entered into. Video game movies are the new comic book movies, okay? If you can make a decent enough video game movie that appeals to a fan base that is large out there, whether it's Minecraft, Five Nights at Freddy's, what's another one, Super Mario, they will show up. I mean, Minecraft was close to $1 billion. It looks like it's going to be just shy of not making it, but still, it's about to hit $1 billion. Mario made $1 billion, and then FNAF ended up being the highest grossing movie for Blumhouse. So people are trying to make as many video game movies out there because it feels like that's the new comic book trend, right? It's the new thing that'll maybe sell tickets. And, well, we got some casting announcements about who will be in the movie. One of them is Jason Momoa. So here we have, let's see if I can get all the names. I'm trying to find the photos of these foos. Okay, here we go. There we go. Here are some of the faces. We have Jason Momoa, Andrew Koji, Noah Centineo, and Roman Reigns. I know people are going to be very happy about the Roman Reigns name because them WWE fans, they're out there like wild. I don't mind this cast. I mean, Jason Momoa, I think, is a lot of fun. Noah Centineo, I think, is a little underrated. I'm kind of sad we're not going to see his version of He-Man because remember, he was cast as He-Man for the Netflix version. But now it's with Amazon, and I think the new guy they got, Nick Glazer, Nick Galante, something like that. He's probably better suited for the role. But hey, I liked him in the Black Adam movie. You know, I thought maybe he was headed for something in there. These seem like good enough roles. I'm trying to see if it says who will be playing who. I know there was this article. Did they say who's playing who? It says here, following Jason Momoa's casting, Aquaman vet. Besides Street Fighter, Momoa is also currently attached. What is known about this? It says here, no, my sources tell me Momoa would play the green skin Blanca. Blanca. That's actually my mother's name, believe it or not. But I know what that guy looks like. Blanca? Blanca. There we go. So this is who. Yeah, I can see Jason Momoa in there. I can see Jason Momoa painted green, orange hair, yelling, "My man, in the streets, we're a couple of fighters." Oh, he said it. He said it. The line, the thing. That's for sure what I think is going to be happening. So I think that's cool. To me, what will make or break this is obviously the fight scenes. I've never seen the original Street Fighter movie because I know there was some with like Van Damme, which I'm surprised I haven't seen them because I like Van Damme. But were these worth it? I was more of a Mortal Kombat kid growing up. So those are the movies I watch. I didn't even bother with these. Are they good? Are they guilty pleasure fun? Or is the fight scenes even worth it? I honestly don't know. I'm willing to watch it. I think a lot of it will also determine on Mortal Kombat 2 because Mortal Kombat 2, that's set to come out later this year. I know they haven't been marketing it, but I'm telling you, because it's R-rated, slightly lower budget, they're going to wait till like 1 or 2 months before the movie releases to kick in the marketing, and that's perfectly normal. It's just going to be a while before we see more Mortal Kombat stuff, unfortunately. I just wonder, if that Mortal Kombat 2 does not do well, this Street Fighter movie ain't happening, But so far, I mean, I'm fine with these casting choices. Did that thing say anybody else's name? Let me see if I go back. No, we know who Jason Momoa will be now, but what was it over here? Sorry. Let me see if I can go back to that article and we can read any other names. We got that. Sakari is no stranger adapting. No, Centineo, Andrew Hall, Kane. Centineo is reportedly playing the. Oh, whoa! It says right here. Okay, Koji and Centineo are reportedly set to play the respective role of Ryu and Ken. I know them. They are the Mario and Luigi of the Street Fighter universe. So let me look at their faces again. Looking at them here. So Noah Centineo. Is Noah Centineo? Well, I think this would obviously have to be Ryu, right? So then Noah Centineo is Ken. I am Ken. Any street out there, count me a 10. I got it. Right? That's how it'd have to be, right? So this guy would see, I keep clicking on the wrong way. This guy would have to be Ryu, and then he would have to be Ken. So they're gonna blonde him up. They're gonna make him all blonde. Okay. That could be cool. I wouldn't mind that. Ryan Gosling as Ken. He would have done it. Let me just pull up Ryu and Ken if you don't know. Maybe some of you will know through Mario, Super Smash Bros, because that's honestly where I play as them the most on Smash Bros. Ryu and Ken. Yeah, dude. Yeah, so that's who they're going to be playing. I wish I knew more of their backstory and rivalry. Which one of these is Sub-Zero? Which one of these is Scorpion? Who's the Mario and Luigi? Because right now in the chat, am I saying Ryu wrong? It's Ryu. Sorry, my whole life I've said Ryu. That's how you know, not the biggest Street Fighter. So Ryu, okay, Ryu and Ken. Who is who? I need to know now. In the terms of, who's Coca-Cola, who's Pepsi, is what I'm saying. We got Scorpion and we got Sub-Zero, right? We got Mario, we got Luigi. Who is who in terms of the Street Fighter universe? Like, who's the Goku and Vegeta? Who's the Naruto and Sasuke? Wait, Ryu is Mario. Okay, that's good to know. Chad is seeming to agree that Ryu is Mario, and so Ken is the one that gets done dirty. I guess that makes sense. Ryu is Goku. Okay, that makes sense. Ryu's everything, and he's just Ken. Perfect. I love you guys, man. Y'all are awesome. I wish I could hug all y'all right now. I wish I could hug y'all. A big old bear hug, and then we do that thing where we slowly back away, and we're all thinking is he about to kiss me? Is he about to kiss me? And then we're like, oh, just kidding, just I said, me too, bro. So there we go. Street Fighter movie. You guys let me know. I learned a lot right now about Street Fighter and everything. I saw a lot of people in the chat wanted Sydney Sweeney as Chun-Li. I'm pretty sure Sydney Sweeney is not of Asian descent, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, let's see what happens. Why is 3C low-key built like Chun-Li? All right, let's move on to the next topic. We got more topics to discuss here. Street Fighter movie. Give me your thoughts on that. All right, Skibidi Toilet. Dude, okay. Skibidi Toilet. There is something awfully afoot with this movie. So, all right, we have to talk about this. All right, so you guys know, for the past couple of weeks, it has been announced that there is a Skibidi Toilet movie, live action in the works. We've known about this for a while. I am still in disbelief. It's one of those movies that I'm like, okay, maybe they announced it. Sure, it's happening, but I'm not going to believe it till I see a trailer, till I see behind the scene photos of people shooting it. To me, this movie does not exist. I'm just like, no way. It's one of those dumb movies that how do you do that? Human heads coming out of a toilet versus people with camera heads. I don't know. Okay. But the strangest part about what's happening lately is there's been some more official confirmations, right? Like here with Discussing Films, where they announce that the Skibidi Toilet movie has begun production, meaning they're basically filming, and with Michael Bay is set to direct. If you'll notice, they don't have like a source. Discussing films usually sources where things come from. Well, this is because it was like a PR email. It came from the studio itself. The studio involved with making this movie made the announcement. So that's why they did that. And even involved, they had like visual effects people already attached. The people who made Avatar. Here it is. Here's the tweet about that. It says here, Rob Legato will serve as VFX supervisor for Skibidi Toilet. He's worked on Avatar, Titanic, and the live action Lion King remake. So I'm like, dude, this movie's going to be looking just flat out spectacular in terms of VFX. It's those heads coming out of toilets, spotless, right? Well, then everything went afoot. Everything kind of went a little wild. Let me pull up this video because it's better than me having to search for it. Michael Bay took to his Instagram and has now cast some mystery along with what's happening with this movie. So let me see if I can get the right where is it, man? Skibidi Toilet. Share it. Okay, maybe this will be the one to share. Let me know if you guys can hear. Hopefully this is the one where y'all can hear. All right, so this is Michael Bay on his Instagram. He put this out there, and now I'm confused.
You know, mom and dad always told you don't believe everything you read, like on the internet. I went on the internet last night and talk about me directing something. I know what I'm directing, but it's not the thing that they keep talking about. That's a movie. These are a whole bunch of movies right now. One is in serious prep, one's in soft prep, one I'm writing, one getting ready to produce, or two produce. So, but there's not one in that little pile that says Skibidi. So let's just stop the Lord right now. Okay? Yeah.
Okay. So hopefully y'all heard that. Not I'll edit it for the Clips channel. But so basically what he's saying here is like, don't believe everything you read on the internet. I'm working on a bunch of different movies, have the scripts all here. Not one of them is titled Skibidi. So stop saying that. Stop spreading it. Not working on Skibidi. And then I'm like, what? I felt like it was pretty well announced. And I mean, studios itself saying Michael Bay is attached to Skibidi, unless this is a whole big PR stunt. He's coming out saying, no Skibidi. No, I'm not working on this movie. I'm not doing it. And now this puts even more question into the kind of teases he was releasing for the movie. Because here, let me pull up some of those things that he was this is over here to chat. My bad. Move that. Sorry. Stop screen share. There we go. Image. Let's get the window of there. Okay. When everything was coming out with the Skibidi Toilet movie, there was like this little teaser poster, Skibidi movie, right? And oh, what the heck? Oh, it's right here. And this was shared on Michael Bay's official Instagram. Let's see if we can actually get into it. Sometimes Instagram is weird where it won't let me. Let me see if I can get into it. Let me just go to Michael Bay's page and all that, and then we'll get this settled. Michael Bay Instagram. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is Michael Bay's Instagram here. He's got some reels. I know. Oh, it's not going to let me see the reels unless I sign up. Okay, but if you go on here, is he deleted them now? Oh, they're gone. No way they're gone unless he's been posting like crazy. Let me get on his page right now. I was there just the other day clarifying because I'm like, Michael Bay, you posted the teaser on your own Instagram, buddy. Why? Yeah, it's still there. If you go there, which it's not letting me because I have to do the whole dang login and stuff, but here we go. And hopefully I don't dox myself or something because I tend to do that. One of the second reel on his page was the poster that says they are coming there. But now that he said he's not working on Skibidi Toilet the movie, I'm looking at this and I'm like, wait, what about this made people think that it was Skibidi related? Because there's no caption. There's no caption. There's no audio that links to Skibidi Toilet. There's no comment by him that he says it's Skibidi Toilet related. People were just like, well, yeah, he's working on Skibidi Toilet, so that must be the Skibidi Toilet poster. It might not be Skibidi Toilet, and it would make a lot of sense because I was looking at those posters whenever they first came out, and I was like, oh, these are just toilet pans. This is toilet Skibidi toilet hospital pan. Skibidi toilet movie poster. When I saw that, I'm like, well, wouldn't fans be disappointed that this is the first look? Because I'm like, these are not heads coming out of toilets. This is not lore accurate. This is a disgrace. This is like if they showed you a photo of Mario and he's just wearing a white shirt. You're like, that's not Mario. That's Marlo. We asked for Mario, Michael Bay. So I was like, okay, that's a weird first poster. Wouldn't you want the first poster to be toilets? Unless that's going to be a plot point in the movie where they're coming. The toilet heads, the rule of the world. That'd be a horrible Skibidi toilet movie. But honestly, the whole movie's going to be horrible, right? And then the other thing that people were also talking about that they thought was Skibidi related was his other one right here, where it's an AI video of just like a destroyed dystopian world. And he did caption this one, but again, it's not Skibidi related. It just says, don't worry, not going to use AI in my movie, but there is a clue. That's the caption. Sorry, guys. Is not going to use AI in the movie, but there is a clue here. But I don't see no Skibidi clue other than like a apocalyptic world and all that. So were we lied to? Is the Skibidi toilet movie actually real? Is it happening? Is this part of the fun and the lore to deny that the movie's happening only to just surprise you in your face? I don't know. It's a very odd. Maybe he's mocking Skibidi toilet. I mean, is that part of the lore or just the internet does it again? It definitely made me question, why did everybody think this poster was Skibidi, that video was Skibidi, Michael Bay was directing it? The only thing that made it weird, because obviously then people started attacking Discussing Film. They were like, oh, Discussing Film is spreading lies about the Skibidi toilet movie, when they're like, it was literally a PR email from the studio making the movie. So why is the studio saying Michael Bay's making it, but Michael Bay saying he's not making it? Interesting stuff, man. So as of right now, guys, there is doubt being cast. It seems like the Skibidi toilet movie might be a lie, might not be real. We'll come to find out. They said production has begun. So somebody's making Skibidi toilet the movie right now. And Michael Bay just said, I'm busy with these 5 other movies, man. I don't Skibidi who? So we'll see. It's definitely very confusing. Just be like, oh yeah, this is confusing. People said Skibidi font on those trailers. Okay, maybe that's what it was. Because I was like, I wonder why people thought those were Skibidi related when none of the text or anything to do that was happening. But let's so it said go back to the video. What about the video? I don't think there was anything in there to say Skibidi. Am I wrong? Let's see. It just, oh jeez. I don't see, unless people have figured out what the clue is in this thing. I don't know what the clue is. It just looks like a destroyed city. What would be the clue in that? I don't know, but they're still up there. And his video of saying that it's not real. So we'll find out, guys. We'll know very soon in the next couple days whether Skibidi is happening or not. But this is a mystery now. This is a mystery. I want to get to the bottom of it, and I want to know, am I getting my big blockbuster movie? And is Megan Fox one of the heads coming out of the toilet? Are there female Skibidis in the Skibidi toilet universe? You know? Could someone inform me of that? It's research purposes only, okay? So we'll find out. We'll see what's going on, but that's what's happening. And since we're on the topic of viral trend turn movies, we got to talk about the Backrooms. The Backrooms, guys. Okay, so we got to fill you in on this Backrooms situation. So for one, this was an internet, I don't want to say trend, or not really a trend, but it was something that went viral, where it was started, I believe, maybe by this YouTube channel, or this popularized it, Kane Pixel. He posted this found footage analog version of someone who disappeared. Like, see, this guy was just skating, chilling around, and then he happens to fall, and he ended up in the Backrooms. And the Backrooms is just like this endless void of room after room. And then through these different rooms, you could find creepy things. It's analog horror. It's like very effective, really cool, and it took on a life of its own. It's honestly really creepy. Imagine if you just disappeared one day here and you're just walking endlessly, and then something starts chasing you. Very scary stuff. And well, A24 loved it. They thought it was awesome. And so I think he was only 16 at the time. They offered him the movie. A24 was like, "Hey, we like what you did. This is cool. Can you make the movie for us?" And he was going to do it on his summer break in between high school. And I'm like, dude, that's the dream. Getting to do is making a big Hollywood movie, and then you go back to school. Oh, you're going to have all the bragging rights. But then Hollywood strike happened. There was delays in productions. There was other things going on, and it seemed like the movie was dead and it was no longer happening. And especially with this kid only having time during summer to film the movie, it was like, well, since they didn't get to make it that summer, he had to go back to school, finish out, and A24 really wanted to wait for him. All is to say, though, it looks like the project is back on, and we got some casting details. So take these with a small grain of salt. Let me see if I can pull up Backrooms. Backrooms movie with A24. We got some details here. So this is coming from Jeff Snyder, who is right from time to time, but lately he's been kind of off. So when it comes to Marvel stuff, when it comes to more like A24 or random drama movie, he's pretty spot on, because it's like, why lie about that? Why all of a sudden make up about that? And so anyways, he's saying here, Chiwetel Ejiofor and Christine Milioti are in talks to star in the Backrooms movie for A24. Kane Parsons will direct the film based on his YouTube horror short. Chiwetel Ejiofor and Christine Milioti, hopefully I pronounced that right. Love these choices. Love these choices. What the heck? Backroom backshots. Ain't no one gonna hear you down there, and it's gonna echo like crazy. I'll tell you that. I love these choices, and it really intrigues me to what the movie will be about. Because, okay, I don't want to sound like a hater, because I'm not. I'm so jealous of this kid that he got that opportunity, and I'm so happy. So I don't want to sound like I'm being a hater. I'm just being a critical dude who thinks about this stuff, right? Sometimes when it comes to these viral trend things turn movies, the Backrooms, yes, is such an interesting idea for a movie, has endless potential, the things you could tell in that stuff. But I was very curious about the style of movie it would be. I was really afraid the whole movie might be a lot like his video here, where, maybe some people would go into the Backrooms movie hoping for a story, characters, some sort of plot, an idea of like lore to the Backrooms, or an idea of it. When I was afraid the Backrooms movie might be more like Skinamarink. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Skinamarink, where that was kind of also analog experimental horror, but that wasn't really my cup of tea. It was just like random viewings of a dark corner of a room, a TV, little creepy sounds, all for like an hour and a half, and it was just something not for me. I'm glad if people who like Skinamarink, but it wasn't for me. And that's what I was kind of afraid the Backrooms movie would be, is just an hour of this, an hour of creepy room after, or not even an hour, almost an hour and a half of just creepy room, creepy drawings, dark room. Oh, maybe there's a creature that walked by, sounds, and all this analog horror. Analog horror, I think, is cool when it's in this short form, 9 minutes, kind of stretching it at 9 minutes, if I'm being honest. But after a certain point, I just get kind of like zoned out with it, or I'm just okay, it's another, oh, the light turned off, buddy. Jeez. Backrooms ain't gonna pay the electricity bill here. You see how I'm afraid of sounding like a hater, but I'm just being honest, right? And look, I'm already getting a bunch of people saying that they love Skinamarink. So that's what I was afraid this movie would be. And that's why I thought A24 was happy to pick it up, because that's probably a very low budget, easy movie to make. Is just ton of creepy hallways, add in that static filter and sound, and boom, bada bing, we just spent $100 on this movie, and we're gonna make so much money, because Backrooms is a viral trend. Casting someone like Chiwetel Ejiofor and Christine Milioti, that lets me know, okay, that's talent. So we are going to get dialogue. We're going to get characters. We're going to get interactions. We're going to get something in this universe. And that makes me more thrilled and excited for this movie. Because, like I said, I am a liker of analog horror, but I just don't know stretching that out Skinamarink style to an hour 30, you know, things like that. I wouldn't be my cup of tea. Seeing this kind of talent gives me hope, makes me curious. And at the end of the day, like I said, jealous and happy for this dude because at such a young age, getting to make an A24 movie, that's the dream, man. If you ever got an idea, put it out there. Put it out there. Dang right I am, Badlands. Dang right I'm a hater. You know what's funny about you, Badlands? I'm going to call you out right now, buddy. You leave nothing but hate comments. YouTube's got a feature where I can see the comments you leave on every video. And I recognize your profile and your name, buddy. You hate my channel, but you're here every video. Why? No, let's put you on the spot. You're sitting in front of the classroom right now, buddy. Let's all take a good, long, hard stare at Badland Chung's #1 fan. You ain't my #1 fan, but you act like it. What up with that? The bell rung, but you ain't leaving. The bell don't excuse you. I excuse you. Y'all remember when y'all teacher would hit you with that? Shoo. Okay. Okay. No. That's just an always funny thing to me, man. I could see it. I'm like, you leave a hate comment every video, but you're here every video. I don't think it's healthy for you to watch me if you just don't like me, buddy. It's okay. I get it. I don't even like myself sometimes. Okay. Let's move on here. You guys let me know what you think of the Backrooms movie. Would you be perfectly fine with a long analog horror kind of style movie? Like I said, there's tons of fans of Skinamarink, so there's an audience for it. Would you like it more story driven? I would like a good mix. I definitely need some of that analog horror isms in there. But if we could pause every now and then for story, characters, dialogue, and some lore, I'd be very happy with that. You know? All right, let's move on. Oh, dude, so many topics to discuss here. Fantastic Four. I think this is where I gotta bust out the video of this. So let's get in this. All right. Oh, let's actually do it through YouTube. All right, the Fantastic Four had a brand new TV spot, and it's rumored that we're getting a brand new trailer, or I guess teaser in the coming weeks. Right now there's a thing going on right now on ESPN. I guess the basketball, some big event, lot of eyeballs for casual viewers to get in, and Marvel wants to grab their attention and whatnot. So we've gotten a couple of TV spots. I'm trying to find here. Let's see. I think maybe let's see TV spot so we can watch it and then we can analyze it, because hopefully they don't strike me. Sometimes ESPN be doing that just because it's ESPN. All right, let's do this then. Well, the TikTok version. All right, let's watch this together, y'all.
The story continues as the Fantastic Four arrive at the Baxter Building. Will they make it in time for tip-off?
Statistically speaking, the team that wins Game 3...
Why don't you take the elevator? I could just fly there.
How pressing it more times does it make it go faster?
Nope, but flying would. So,
Statistically speaking,
we don't make tip-off, there is a 100% chance that Johnny is going to be too fired up.
know you were into stats.
See? Worked.
Okay, just helping Herb in the kitchen. You gotta have delicious snacks for the game.
Don't do that. You're gonna ruin your appetite.
For the Fantastic Four, but
What? Hello, buddy. Excuse me. Where is the other one? Is this one it? Oh, this one's it too.
Fantastic Four. Sue, Reed, Johnny, and Ben.
Okay.
As they race to watch the ESPN playoff broadcast of the National Basketball Association. Will the Fantastic Four make it to the Baxter Building in time for tip-off? Will family dinner get cold? Keep watching the Western Conference Finals to find out.
All right, so that's where we go, and that's where it's going to be coming out. So I'm loving this. The one thing I really stands out to me about this footage, I really like the narrator, the like the old timey guy. Hey, see, come on out here, children. Let's get around and get some ice cream. The Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. Sue, Reed, Johnny, and Ben.
It's just the vibe I like for this movie. I like that they're going with that old, that like, you know, the sci-fi futuristic time. And dude, I was over there bragging the other day about my like Superman watch that I got from Fossil. I hope they come out with these watches for the Fantastic Four. That's like such an easy promotion, which is also even interesting to think about, that they have watches individually that alert them whenever something goes awry. This is their bat signal, I think, for the Fantastic Four. You know, Batman's got the bad signal. Powerpuff Girls got that phone from the mayor. Mojo Jojo's on loose. Fantastic Four got that icy drip to let them know, hey, something's not fantastic right now. We got to roll. Say that again. Oh, dude, I hope they come out with these watches, dude. I love retro watches like this, and if they light up like that, that's just awesome. And they all look kind of individually unique too. Oh no, I guess they're not, but that's still kind of cool. Hopefully that's a moment that happens and they're all wearing it. The Fantastic car as well.
Will the Fantastic Four make it?
It's nice. I hope it flies. I hope it flies. And you know, that first teaser that we were looking at, Sue was over here talking about, or Johnny was talking about flying. Can't Sue fly too? I think Sue can make it where she can fly, right? I bet you if I look in the comics, Sue can fly. She just makes those little invisible portals or visible like steps. I bet Sue can fly. I bet you they could. She can levitate. Okay, we'll give her levitating. You're right. She could levitate. But they're also starting to show off the personalities now. And, you know, a lot of people are kind of criticizing Joseph Quinn. I know there were some people that just didn't think he'd fit. They've been criticizing everybody. I was even seeing in the chat right now. People said Sue's voice was too deep. Huh. That's what we complaining now, huh? Sue voice too deep. What do you want her to sound like this? Johnny, stop touching that button. Come on now. Johnny's definitely coming up. I'm still trying to read his vibe because Joseph Quinn did an interview where he was like, his Human Torch isn't going to be as much of like a bully. You know, I wouldn't say bully, but you know, like how Chris Evans was very like pushy and poke the bear a lot with the Thing. He said his won't be like that, but there are some clips we got where he is doing that, like with Reed, where he tells Sue like, "Oh, you're going to be a great mom," and you got a lot of work to do. Like that seems kind of funny. I don't know. I like
a chance that Johnny is going to be too fired up.
No, you weren't to stats.
He's impatient.
See, worked.
Okay, just
I still think it fits the personalities. I think it still all works out good. I like this footage, man. It looks like we're going to be getting more of it. Themed to the movie. Still loving the costumes, the world. This is all nice. This is all nice to me. So, you guys let me know what you think about the Fantastic Four. That's such a great theme. Fantastic Four. Okay, let's move on now. Talking about some release dates that Marvel removed. Okay, stop screen share. Let's add it back in. Oh, screen share. And there we go. All right. So, Marvel, as you guys know, recently delayed Avengers Doomsday, right? That was kind of a big news story. Everybody was talking about it. I did a video on it, dude. If you have not seen my video on Avengers Doomsday, this is your chance right now. I'm telling you, you're not going to want to miss it because your boy leaked Avengers Doomsday for you. I just want to give you a quick sneak peek, man. Avengers Doomsday was leaked by me. Yeah. You're going to want to see that right there, all right? This is hot and heavy stuff. Kevin Feige's trying to look for my house right now because I showed this off. So be on the lookout. But with them delaying that, there were other changes made to the calendar that people are now bringing up that is kind of fascinating. So let me see if I can find the dates right now. Marvel dates. See if I can find the 3 Marvel dates that they ended up removing. They updated the calendar so that a lot of movies that were going to come out are now no longer going to be releasing. So these were those dates. I think here we go. Let me see if I can find the exact one. My 3 dates. I should have prepared beforehand, but I didn't, buddy. I didn't. So you're just gonna have to deal with me. Or is it Marvel? Am I spelling calendar right? He's gonna get this. He's gonna find this out, guys. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it. Oh man, this is so embarrassing. I can't find it right now. Oh, you know what? I know where. Marvel removed. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that, guys. We got it now. All right, so Disney removes 3 Marvel movie release dates from the upcoming slate. So whenever they did that and delayed the movies, they also made some changes. So here it says Disney had 3 untitled movies set for February, 2026, November 2026, and November 5th, 2027. However, a new update from the studio, February 3 date has now been removed. So that February movie, just gone. Disney's release schedule, while Marvel projects slated, had these turn into Disney movies. So these dates ended up becoming for a Disney movie instead of Marvel movies. So they gave those away. Okay, I think there's actually a big reason for this that a lot of people are bringing up and are most likely correct. Those movies were probably planned to be something either like Black Panther 3, Doctor Strange 3, trying to think of what other ones could have been in there. Shang-Chi 2 was probably trying to be made all that time. Obviously, one of those I think was definitely for Blade. You're right. One was for Blade. I think the February one was for Blade. You're right. But some possibilities of what those were. Armor Wars 2. I'm thinking Armor Wars is done, unfortunately. Remember a couple months back when Bob Iger said we've actually removed some Disney movies that we didn't announce that we removed? I'm thinking Armor Wars was one of them, sadly. I think Armor Wars is just not happening. Not as a TV show, not as a movie, which sucks because I love Don Cheadle and War Machine. I would have loved to have seen it. Okay. So now the only movies we're going to get coming to Secret Wars is Fantastic Four, Spider-Man Brand New Day, Doomsday, and Secret Wars. That's it. No other movies in that time. These are the next 4 Marvel movies we're getting, and one of them is a Sony partnership movie. I think the reason they moved those release dates and pushed them out, they want to be done with the multiverse saga. They just want to be done, and they want to jump to a point in the MCU where they hit their soft reboot. That's what we're thinking we're headed with Avengers Secret Wars, right? Is that it's going to be the soft reboot of the universe. Is that we're going to have something cataclysmic and crazy in Doomsday. Secret Wars, we're going to have all these other universes come in, the Fox universe, the Toby universe, Ghost Rider, all these other characters. And then they're going to soft reboot the universe where X-Men always existed. The Fantastic Four actually always lived on this earth. Things like that. I think once they have their soft reboot, then that's when they want to start doing things that were never planned for the multiverse saga. So like Blade, they're going to do the X-Men movies. They're going to get to finish the Doctor Strange trilogy because I know they want to do that. Finally give us Shang-Chi 2 because I want to see that. I don't think we should get our hopes up for Thunderbolts 2. I don't think we're getting Thunderbolts 2, guys. I know that's sad to say, but right now the Thunderbolts news is very sad. So if we look at the Thunderbolts box office, guys, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry about this. So Thunderbolts has earned a total of $350 million at the worldwide box office, and I saw articles and analysts saying that the movie, once it's done in theaters, is not even going to hit 400 million. It's going to hit like 380, 370. And it's not even growing much right now because now there's too much competition in theater with Mission Impossible, Lilo and Stitch, and more blockbuster movies coming out this summer. That's terrible. I know you say isn't so bad. It actually is, unfortunately, for a comic book movie. 350 is really bad for Marvel standards. Marvel standards, that ain't good. Because even DC, where being respectful to DC was in the tough spot, right? And it's considered the laughable comic book franchise, and they were just throwing random movie at the wall. Let's look at like Black Adam. Black Adam box office. If we look at the Black Adam box office, which was one of their 390. So Thunderbolts might make less than Black Adam. That was Black Adam. If we look at Aquaman 2 box office, that one actually made it to 439. Aquaman 2 is going to make more money than Thunderbolts. And like that. And so, and that's again, this is the franchise. This is the studio that was struggling. This is the studio that was hard to get the audience to come and watch their movies because people were believing in DC at this time. And now this is the studio that is supposed to be at the top. This is a studio that's supposed to be killing it. And this isn't a comment on the quality of the movie. I like Thunderbolts and I want to see these guys again. But I don't think this gives Marvel confidence for a new Avengers movie, you know, after Secret Wars or Thunderbolts 2. I don't think it's going to happen. And honestly, I'm telling you, a lot of these guys are dying in Doomsday and Secret Wars. I'm thinking, I'll be surprised if 2 of these people are alive by the end of the universe. I'm thinking they're dead, if I'm being honest with you. So yeah, that's what I think those release dates are. I think that's what's happening there, and it sucks. And that type of box office is just showcasing you why Feige just took away those release dates, because it's like we're already saturating things, too much Marvel stuff. Let's just set up the little we can for Doomsday and Secret Wars, get done with it, and move on to the X-Men era, because that's what we're going. The X-Men. Oh, dude, John Walker's dying, dude. I'm thinking John Walker's dying. You know who's going to kill him? Hydra Cap. Hydra Cap America is taking out John Walker. That's what my thinking is John Walker is going to make the noble sacrifice and redeem himself and fight Hydra Cap. And he died. He died. I could do this all day. Mortal Kombat style heart takeout. That's what Hydra Cap's doing. Someone said John Walker going to be the first to death. Yeah, unfortunately, we'll see. Honestly, the only people I think would survive is like Yelena and maybe Sentry, because of his popularity right now. I think they're pretty much done everything they can with Sebastian Stan, and I think these next two movies are going to be like his final. If he still makes it after that, dude, congrats, Sebastian. You got some dirt on someone at Marvel to be in every single phase since the beginning. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, let's move on. A couple more things. Doomsday, though. Since we are on the topic of Avengers Doomsday, we got a lot of updates with this thing, and I'm going to keep it relatively spoiler-free, and a lot of the stuff, we're going to take it with a grain of salt, but Marvel right now has a major problem. They have got a leaker problem, and you can tell this leaker problem is not part of Marvel's usual thing of leaking, because I'm telling you right now, I fully believe still that these Avengers Doomsday concept art images that we got, those are real, and we'll see it when the movie comes out, and we'll connect it. But if you remember, Marvel denied that they have anything to do with this. The Russo brothers like, oh, that doesn't spoil our movie. And they were never copyrighted. Nobody ever took them down. They're still up there. You can play them now. But when it came to this other leaker, if let me see if I go here, I have a bunch of bookmarks so I can get to it. There has been this leaker that is known as They Never Saw It Coming on Instagram. And dude, this guy is wild. What he did is he snuck onto the set of Avengers Doomsday, got past security, and then just started videotaping random stuff. And you know it was real because his account his account removed that video. If you try and post the video, it gets copyrighted and striked by Marvel. They do not want you to see this stuff, and they have already threatened this guy. Let me see if I can find his. He said here, Marvel Studios has reportedly issued a warning to the fan who snuck onto the set of Avengers Doomsday. Received my first formal threat, might be cooked. And he hasn't really posted much since then. He keeps saying he's going to, but he hasn't posted much. And I'm like, dude, they're trying to get in. So what he revealed here, people are saying Shang-Chi because of the Asian lettering, but it says here Madripoor. So it looks like we're going to go back to the place where in Captain America A Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney Plus, Madripoor, the fictional city there with like a bunch of criminals just be hanging out and chilling. People have also mentioned, I remember when Falcon and Winter Soldier came out, people were like, that's where Wolverine likes to hang out in the comics. Maybe they'll actually do that this time and have Wolverine there when Battle World kind of edges in together or whatever or whatnot. So that was cool that we got to see that. He also then found a map that he posted. So the guy also found this and posted it. This is something there. You can see it says Avengers Doomsday, Annie Reynolds' house, London location. Annie Reynolds is actually the mother of the Sentry, Void, Bob from Thunderbolts. And so it looks like there's going to be a section in the movie where we go to the Void's house, or we revisit his childhood home. And here you can see it does say Void Space. And I think after seeing Thunderbolts, it's very clear that the Void will play a part. And it's confusing because there are now two Voids. There is the Void that was in Loki and in Deadpool and Wolverine, where it's just the emptiness of space, the end of the universe, where it's like that big desert. That's the Void. But there's also now the Void with the Sentry, which is the black space that lets you relive your trauma and whatnot. I'm still thinking we're using the Sentry's void to get information on Doctor Doom. I'm thinking they're going to send him out there. And we're going to learn backstory on Doom and what motivated him, what traumatized him to like do what he's doing in the movie. But anyways, that was crazy that they revealed that. But the other one here that I was like, what's happening here? Someone else got a hold of another map, and this one says Avengers Doomsday will be filming at Windsor Great Park sometime in June for 4 days, and it'll be a 1960s themed building titled Luke Cage House with a spaceship attached. I have no idea what's happening in Doomsday, and that is so exciting because even with these leaks, even with these little reports, you're telling me the Void's mom's house, Mama Milfy Void, and now Luke Cage's house in Avengers Doomsday. What is this movie? And how soon can I purchase a ticket? Okay, now I don't think this confirms Mike Coulter. Luke Cage is for sure coming back or is in the movie, but because like now that they saw that there's leakers and people getting a hold of maps, they could have just started using code names on these maps. So it's like, well, if they find it, let's put a fake name of someone they'll recognize and can buzz about, but it actually doesn't spoil our movie. So they could have just retitled this map Luke Cage's house to like trick any fan who got a hold of their map, since now they know that's a problem they're having. That's what I'm thinking, because I'm like, dude, how do you fit Luke Cage in this? I would love to see him. I think Luke Cage is so underrated. And I love the powers he has, just the unbreakable skin thing. But I'm like, I have no idea how he would fit into Doomsday with all the characters they already have. But hey, sure, why not? And why does his house set 1960s and there's a spaceship attached to it? Luke Cage ain't got that kind of money, but that's awesome for him if he's got that spaceship in his yard. Okay, then another one, and this is coming from Jeff Snyder, who definitely take with a grain of salt. I would love for it to be true, and I've seen other reliable scoopers report this before, so that's why we're talking about it, but just know he's been kind of really missing with some of these Marvel scoops lately. But he's saying, and other people have said as well, that Ghost Rider will appear in Marvel Studios. And although we're hoping it's like Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider, because I'm like, duh, if we got the Fox X-Men characters in there, James Marsden and all the old characters from the early 2000s, well, dude, this needs to be Nicolas Cage in there, riding that hog, going in there, being like, y'all see Wild Hogs? I rode a motorcycle in that. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm confusing Nicolas Cage with John Travolta. Nicolas Cage was not in Wild Hogs. John Travolta was, but they were both in Face Off, where they switched faces. That's my confusion. Ooh, wee, good looking. Hey, y'all seen Face Off? That's a good movie. I like that movie. Anyways, this is like people have been thinking this will be the Ryan Gosling role, because we have heard months ago that Ryan Gosling is like trying to close in on some sort of Marvel role. Dude, would love Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider. I think he'd nab it. Ghost Rider is definitely a character I would love to see in there. I guess I'm more debating with Doomsday and Secret Wars how much multiverse we're going to see of other universes. Is that mainly going to be saved for Secret Wars, where we'll get to see the planets of other universes? Or is that what Doomsday is seeing all the planets, and then Secret Wars is about all those different planets now having to share the same Earth because it becomes Battle World, right? But I like that, dude. I hope so. Here's one that surprised me. Domino. I don't know how much we want to believe this, but they said Domino was reportedly seen on the set of Avengers Doomsday. No proof, no 100% tangibility, but I could believe it. Especially, I think Deadpool will be in these movies. I think Deadpool is in Doomsday and in Secret Wars, whether it's a small or big role. How do you not include Deadpool in there? So I guess it could kind of make sense if Domino is in there, but it's just like, dude, again, how many characters you trying to fit in here? Now, if we want to get on to some people that have been spotted that make total sense to me, a couple of Atlanteans. So we got two reports here of Alex Levinley and Mabel Cadania. Sorry if I mispronounced that, but these were the Atlanteans of the MCU. Really awesome characters, blue skin. Remember, they're bulletproof because they live so deep into the Earth's pressure that their skin is just bulletproof and whatnot. These Atlanteans were so cool, in my opinion. This makes sense to me that they're in the film. We know Namor was confirmed, right? Namor was confirmed to be in the movie. Yes, Namor was confirmed to be in the movie. So he's going to be bringing in his army of Atlantis to protect Earth and help with this multiverse threat. Totally makes sense to me that we have these guys on our team. That makes sense to me. Someone said Atlantean. Well, yeah, they didn't specifically call them Atlantean, but in Marvel world lore, they are the lost city of Atlantis. That's like in our history, right? So they're called Atlantean. Talecon. Yeah, or yeah, Talecon, I guess you're right. The little Kamehameha thing they do to say hello. All right, don't Talochians? What do you call them? Not Atlanteans, Talocanians. It's one in the same, if I'm being honest. They're Atlanteans by lore, but they go by Talacanians? Talaconians? Either way, guys, I'm happy that they're in the movie, and these people make sense to me, okay? When I saw Domino, Ghost Rider, Luke Cage, Mama Milfy House, I was like, how? Why? I see these names, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Namor's in there. Confirmed. He's got to bring his army. I'm sure they're going to be commanding it. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. So, oh, dude, yeah. As far as anything else, though, this Avengers Doomsday still just going on. They're filming like crazy, but hey, we'll see what else. Some of these Marvel leakers are going crazy, and that just kind of shows you the hype with the movie. I still wonder how good or bad it'll do. To me, though, and getting back to that, with the Thunderbolts low box office, it is so funny to me that the two movies that they had the most important post-credit scenes leading into Doomsday, not Captain America Brave New World, that is looking to make more money than Thunderbolts, not whatchamacallit, what else was in there? Deadpool and Wolverine was kind of doing its own thing, but I guess you could translate over. That definitely made a lot of money. Okay, we had Captain Marvel, the Marvels. That was, let's see what the box office of that. The Marvels. The Marvels? Oh, dude, that makes me sad. That's crazy, dude. First movie was $1 billion. Second movie was 205. Oh, dude. Anyways, that had one of the most important post-credit scenes. Monica Rambeau in the X-Men universe meeting Beast, setting us up that Carol Danvers is going to find a way to go into another universe to get back Carol, probably involving the Avengers, incursions, all that. Important post-credit scene. Then we go right now into the Thunderbolts, who is going to be kind of making it under that $400 million mark. Super important post-credit scene. Them seeing the Fantastic Four ship. Yeah, that's a big one. And it's just like, dang, a lot of the audience is not set up for what we're about to see, because the two movies that had the biggest post-credit scene ended up being the lowest grossing, and that lowest grossing, least amount of people. So I'm thinking Marvel's got to do the smart thing and put all these movies on Disney Plus and just market it like, hey, watch, they on Disney Plus, get to studying, get to cramming, because Doomsday's coming, and Mr. Goon, Dr. Doom, gonna get you. So yeah. So spoilers. Oh, it's been out, and Marvel has spoiled it themselves already with all their marketing. So sorry, buddy. If you didn't know, it's been out there for a while now. It's been out there for a while. But I mean, like, see, this is literally a Marvel ad right now, and it already spoils it. So I was just sorry. But either way, doesn't even spoil the actual movie. That just spoils the literally ending and post-credit scene. So many other cool things that happen in it. It's one of the few movies that doesn't rely on cameos and giant Easter egg reveals to blow your mind. It's just a solid movie. All right, that was that for Doomsday. A lot of crazy stuff in there, and that was the final topic. Dude, we had a lot to talk about. We did a lot of good stuff. Now it's time for me to get into the viewer submitted questions, and we's gonna get nasty. Let's begin here with I Love Movies. I Love Movies says, how would you rank each big accident in the Final Destination series? That is a great question. How would I rank the accidents? Honestly, I'm gonna go worst to top. Okay, worst one, the NASCAR. There's no relatability there for me. You're not gonna catch me at a NASCAR event. Sorry, I know there's tons of NASCAR fans. I didn't like it, and plus, worst VFX. Horrible CGI on there. There's literally characters walking and then they get hit with a rock and they disappear. Like, that's an effect I could do on this channel. So the NASCAR one, very bottom. Then I'm going to go probably, oh dang, there's so many good ones now after that. I guess I'd have to go the bridge scene which I don't think is that bad. Bridge scene is a good idea. It's decent. I just think it's car related again. And if you're trying to be car related, you already have a lot of competition with Final Destination 2, you know? So the bridge scene, but pretty good there. And they had some kind of interesting stuff to do there. So bridge scene. Then I think I'm going to go the new movie. I know people love the opening. I like it too. I think it works. I think it's fun. To me, it just still has that issue of too much CGI in the kills. Like there's a scene there where like an old guy gets like cut in half with an elevator. That's a cool kill, but it was so digital. It was so fake looking. I just didn't. I was like, I kind of ruined it for me a little bit there. But hey, I love the set piece of it. I love the needle, the piano, the fear factor of the height. Love that in it. And the penny was fun. I know people already giving me L's in the comments. Give me L's in the comments. I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna take it off. If you don't agree with me, I'm gonna take it off. It's back now. It's back. The ring thing did get me. The ring thing was pretty good. There's just so many other iconic ones. So there we go. Those are the 3 for there. Then I'm gonna go. I think the airplane. Dude, the airplane is just iconic, man. How do you not think about the airplane every time you're about to get on a plane? They did such a great job with the idea of a hole in the plane and then you just fall out to your death in the water because at that speed, the water hits you like concrete. So you die. The burning up of the plane, just great, super iconic. My personal favorite, but I have to admit it's second place. It's the roller coaster. Yeah, I just love how fun that one is, how cool it feels. It's another one that traumatizes you and makes you think twice about getting on a roller coaster. But I liked how long they made it feel. The way people died, how they had them in the loop-de-loop hanging there for a second. I just think that was a really cool one. That scene where like their holders go off. Woo! As someone who loves roller coasters, if I was on one and my little strap came up, oh, I'd be like, no. Oh, dude, that's good. And number 1 is the car scene. The log. The log is so iconic. It makes it to almost every Final Destination movie. And the most recent one kept paying tribute to the log, especially at the end of the movie. It just does it. That's just the way I do it. That's me. Doomsday up against Dune Part 3. I picked Dune Part 3. I mean, in terms of what will probably be the better movie, probably Dune Part 3. I mean, Den Villeneuve is killing it out there, doing so great, and that's the culmination of everything he's been building, and I'm super excited for it. Box office-wise, Doom is winning, though. Let's just be honest. But Dune will probably end up being the better movie. Chris, did you hear Marvel wants Ryan Gosling to be their Ghost Rider? Yes, I talked about it here a second ago. I honestly would love it. Place Beyond the Pines, Ryan Gosling's section of that movie where he's on the motorcycle, sold me as him as Ghost Rider. New Smurf trailer looks bad. Water wet. I believe it, buddy. I believe it. New Michael Jackson biopic expected to be split in 2 movies. Yeah, I saw that. I guess I didn't put it as a topic. But dude, it's the rumor. I'm just the only thing I'm worried about with that Michael Jackson biopic is did they have to remove those crucial scenes because of the legal issue they were having? If they did, I hate that, man, because I think they were going to set up some real emotional stuff, and I'd hate for them to have to censor things and whatnot. Because I was curious how they were going to handle the allegations and those lawsuits and the legal stuff. But it's also interesting hearing the way they're splitting it up, because in the report they said the first movie would be kind of his childhood, his life in the Jackson 5, and then the movie would end when he makes his first solo album, leaving the Jackson 5. And I'm like, oh, dude, then there is still so much of Michael Jackson's life after that. With so many albums, so many incidences, so many other things. If that's where they decide to cut it, cool. That's a good stopping point, because a lot of people are making fun of the Michael Jackson movie for how do I say it? Like the first part would be like, part 1, enjoy the music, the man. Part 2, child touching. That would have been a wild way to cut up the movies, man. That would have been a wild way. Let's keep going. I'm out of school for the summer. I'm free. Oh, dude, I remember those days. I remember that feeling. I do kind of miss that feeling, you know, being like, oh, it's summer, I'm on break. I get to just be at home, be lazy. And now every day's a summer day for me. And when every day's a summer day, it don't feel like a summer day. The magic is lost. You enjoy it. Enjoy it while you can. Chris, heard they filmed the opening scene for the X-Men in Doomsday, which is going to be similar to X-Men 97 with them fighting Sentinels. That way we are introduced to them and their powers. I'm telling you, that's the perfect way to set them up, right? Is like we're starting the movie, things are happening, and then the movie cuts to the Fox universe with the mutants, and they're just in the middle of battle, fighting Sentinels, showing off their powers, Cyclops with his teen dynamic. My X-Men go for his metal groin. Dude. Yes, I can't wait. That's gonna be such an awesome scene. Coast Fallen, you may have not played the game. Oh, I have. Do you think A24 can pull off the Elden Ring movie with Alex Garland? I think they gave it specifically to Alex Garland, not just because he's a really talented filmmaker, but I think because he has right now, he's the record holder for the most expensive A24 movie, which was Civil War, which I liked. I think people had the wrong mindset, and I don't blame them with the way A24 marketed that movie. They did a terrible job marketing Civil War. But people went in that movie thinking it was going to be political commentary and that it was going to actually try to be bold and talk about this side or that side. When you watch the movie, it's actually just a study of war photography in that universe. And I found that fascinating and kind of heartbreaking and surreal. I thought that was such a great movie, but people are just like, you know, it didn't really commentate on politics, so I'm like, I think they just marketed it wrong or not, because it did end up making money. Either way, what I'm saying is, if you make an Elden Ring movie, which I have played the game, that's I love Elden Ring. That's my first ever experience into a Souls game. You know, those open world games where you build up your character and things like that. Dude, for like 2 weeks, I was just nonstop playing. I was the tarnished. I was the tarnished. So I think Elden Ring is so cool. But with that, that's got to be an expensive movie. That's a movie you got to put some money in. And since Alex Garland has not only good filmography behind him, A24 can trust him with that much money. I think that makes sense why they gave it to him. Lewis Clark says, and my favorite Alex Garland movie, I think it was by him, is still Ex Machina. Is it by Alex Garland? I don't feel like an idiot if it was not Alex Garland. Alex Garland movies. Yeah, Ex Machina. That's still my favorite of his. Ex Machina was, and I still need to see Warfare. I know, guys. I know. Shut up. Let's see here. Hey Chris, sorry for missing out the last 2 streams. Just been very busy working past part-time, and I've been very sleepy. Dude, don't even worry about it, my friend. As long as you can watch the replays or check in on the channel, you do you. We all got family and life. If you're not here, I know you're always here in spirit. So thank you. Michael Tomsick says Wade Wilson and Deadpool versus Wade Whipple. Who wins? Wade Whipple. Wade Whipple dying. Wade Whipple dying, unless he's got like the Mr. Magoo ability of like being able to like trip on a rocket and the rocket accidentally hits Deadpool and he's dead, even though that wouldn't work with his regeneration. Is Deadpool. But Wade Whipple might do it, dude. Flames of Disaster. FD6 Bloodlines felt like a finale. Will there be a final? Oh, did it feel like a finale to you? Honestly, to me, Final Destination 5 felt way more like a finale than Final Destination 6 did. But I didn't need Final Destination Bloodlines to feel like a finale. I mean, it pretty much ended like almost every Final Destination movie, if you know, you know. Which was kind of the thing that slightly disappointed me about it. Is like they did have the new way of going after the victims, but they didn't add anything new to the lore or ways to escape or cheat death or new rules and things like that. But that was just me setting my hopes up too high. Still a good movie. But yeah, there will be a 7th one. It is making bank right now, making a lot of money, and the possibilities are endless. So, and I still want to see more. I still love that franchise. So yeah, I think there's definitely going to be a 7th one, and probably going to be announced sooner than you think. We're going to get at least 3 more, including 6. So 2 more. Hey, Chris, I still have that Damien video. Oh, dude, yes, please. If you can, Austin, send that to me. I was actually looking through my DMs and stuff to see if you've sent it to me because I would love to bring it up in my vlog and talk about it, if not in another video, because that would be awesome, dude. Please. Thank you for that. Jinxed Artist says Last of Us season 2 finale, and I know, I'm so sorry, guys. As soon as I was setting up the live stream, some of y'all were like, Chris, why would you set this up when it's Last of Us time? And I'm like, oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. I just when I can do it. Elliot sends in some love. Thank you, Elliot. Daniel Phillips says, why you think Thunderbolts flopped? Is the MCU cooked? It's unfortunately because it's a product of homework. Thunderbolts, quote unquote, flopped. I think at the end of the day, Thunderbolts will be semi-profitable, but it's not like gangbusters money. It's like you spent $50 on a movie and you got $52. Hey, I made a $2 profit. Are we jumping up and down? You know, it's a product of homework, unfortunately. I know people hate when they say it, but that was a movie built on characters that showed up in a lot of smaller movies that didn't perform well. A lot of Black Widow characters. That was a movie dumped on Disney Plus during the pandemic. Not a lot of people saw them. Falcon and Winter Soldier with Walker, Ant-Man the Wasp with Ghost. It's like, they're like, hey, how about we make an Avenger movie, but we get the most obscure characters from our least viewed products and put them all into one film. Movie turned out great, and I love the characters, and it was like a pleasant surprise, but it didn't really have the recipe of like Iron Man, Captain America, Thor. You know, I think that's what it was. It was a product of homework. It's like if you did your homework, you were going to be there and you were going to show up, but a lot of people didn't do the homework. Wasabi says, hi, I'm the one that took a picture with you at Texas Frightmare Weekend near the escalator. Sorry for being awkward. P.S. He is a very short. Wasabi, why would you say that? I am not short. I am the tallest man in Texas. Okay? Look, prove it to you right here. I've measured it. This right here is about 5 feet. Watch me stand up. Oh, yeah. 7 feet tall. And I'm on my knees right now. So if I get up all the way, which I kind of don't want to right now because I'm all right, I'm 10 feet tall. I never realized how short I was until I became quote unquote famous. I meet so many other YouTubers. I meet so many other fans. And I'm always like, did y'all like eat a lot of broccoli or something? Did mama just stop breastfeeding me after 2 days? Like, what happened here? Why am I? It's not fair, man. It's just not fair. Oh. Thoughts on the 2 Jurassic Rebirth? Oh yeah, I mean, I talked about it on the side flick, the most recent side flick. I loved it. I like that I leaned into the horror. My only hesitancy with that trailer is I hope they didn't give away all the biggest set pieces and surprises because it was littered with some of the probably what will be the best moments of that movie. The water raft scene, the opening with the D-Rex and the little baby dinosaur in the backpack. It's like, ooh, some of those things I would have liked to have seen in the movie. So hopefully there'll be more surprises. The Harlequin Demon says, did you see Madam Web scrap popcorn buckets that confirmed it was supposed to be part of the MCU? Yeah. But if I'm being honest, every Sony spinoff movie was supposed to be in the MCU because that's what Sony wants so badly, but they could not make a movie worth the MCU. Dem Gamer sends in some love. Thank you so much. David Hernandez says, have you ever talked to Daniel RPK? A couple of times. He follows me on Twitter, which is very lovely of him. Daniel, gracias. I appreciate that. I think I DM'd him a few times whenever I would hear a scoop. And I was just like, hey, have you heard of this? Have you known about this? It takes a while to reply. So like he probably like 3 days later after I asked him something, I was like, dude, I don't even know now. I don't even want to know. But nah, he seemed nice. He seemed chill. Daniel seems chill to me. I like him. David Hernandez says Book of Life versus Coco. Which do you prefer? Oh my goodness. Let me look up Book of Life. Why do I feel like I don't know? Book of Life movie. Thing popped up. Book of Eli. Oh, I see which one. I've never seen that movie. I've never seen that one. Here, let me pull it up. That way the chat can see. Let's see. Did it? I've never seen this version, but I'm gonna say Coco. I'm gonna say Coco. Was this the ripoff that was made after Coco? 2014, I think so, right? Because Coco was like 2011, so it had to have been. But I'm a Coco guy. Mr. Death 27 says, "What do you think will be the next big thing after superheroes? Do you think alien futuristic movies, AI based movies? No. Well, AI movies are coming, whether we like it or not. I think it's gonna be. I'm not excited for when that, because in the real near future, there's gonna be the first fully AI movie by a big studio. It's gonna be either Paramount, Warner Brothers, A24, or maybe an indie movie, and it's gonna be on something the general audience is gonna want to see. Whether it's a horror movie, whether it's an action franchise, and there is gonna be this sort of divide online where it's like, if you go pay money and watch that movie, you're a part of the problem. You are scum. You deserve to be beaten. Like, that's going to be the backlash on the internet. It's like, if we catch you going to watch that AI movie, we hate you. We don't like you. And then there's going to be the other half where it's like, it's AI. What y'all care, dude? It's just a movie. Y'all mad because y'all can't do that now? It's going to be a horrible time. And it's going to be difficult for me as a content creator, because it's like, I would want to be able to review the AI movie to be like, this is crap. Or maybe be like, I think we're cooked, chat. I think this is actually the future of Hollywood. That was actually not half bad. Being non-biased, that was not half bad. But I'll get cooked either way. So it's not going to be a fun time, but it's going to happen eventually. And I'm dreading that announcement, because it's going to come up with Discussing Films one day. Like, for all we know, the Skibidi Toilet movie could be the first fully AI movie. And dude, them Skibidi Toilet kids are gonna pack them theaters Minecraft style. And then we cooked, chat. We cooked. But to answer your question, I think right now it's video game movies. Video game movies are the next big thing, but it's not as big of a library as other things, because not just any video game movie will make that money like Minecraft or others. Like, look at Until Dawn. That was a pretty relatively well-known game, and it kind of tanked. Well, no, it didn't tank. It made its budget back because it was a small movie, but it didn't make a huge splash. Holden says, my elbow is giving birth tomorrow. Lilo Stitch hype. Okay. No. Benji M says, Final Reckoning was great. Wish they did something with the cult they showed. Yes. Dude, you're right. They didn't do anything. A group of people that act as the henchmen for the entity would have been cool. Dude, yes. Why didn't they so misuse the entity in this movie? I thought the entity was so cool in Dead Reckoning, because isn't that awesome? That's like, as an AI villain, it's almost like a taskmaster where it can predict and know your every move based on your life, based on what you do. And I thought it was so interesting in Dead Reckoning that Ethan was smart enough to figure out how to like work around the entity by doing things it wouldn't expect, by things that aren't in its algorithm. And I'm like, that's such a crazy way. And the thing he had to do with the girl who plays Mantis, I'm sorry, I forget her name, but like, she was a villain. And as soon as like Ethan did something nice for her, the AI was like, oh, she's going to go good now, because Ethan did that in programming and the AI training. She's now going to backstab you. So cool. They did none of that in the next movie. There's none of that. Nothing with the people and all that. It was just, I don't know. Someone said spoiler. It's not really a spoiler. The entity's just pretty cliche, where it's like, I will destroy the world and you are going to watch Ethan hunt. Cool. Denmar Gamer says, is my 12th birthday on Wednesday. What are your thoughts on K-pop Demon Hunters? I didn't watch the full trailer, but that's interesting. It's for sure interesting. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, it's this Netflix movie that's coming out, K-pop Hunters. I don't think I could watch the full one because it's a Netflix movie and they copy strike. But it's it's K-pop, but they're demon hunters, and there's like really random weird animation to it. I'm trying to find the moment that everyone's talking about. Yeah, here, where they just like all make these really exaggerated anime faces and whatnot. Yeah, that right there. It's kind of crazy. Some people are into it and think it's awesome. It gives me like all my Hero Academia vibes. Young Midoriya, how are we today? millennial humor for sure. Me have ADHD. Me squirrel. You know, but sure, maybe it'll be cool. Maybe it'll be awesome. I'm gonna be flat out honest. As the property as a whole, K-pop, not a fan. Don't care too much of it. Demon Hunters, demon stuff, I think is like overdone in media. So But I will admit the animation's pretty cool, and they are like over here doing some stuff. So I think this might be one I casually put on one day, just like once it comes out. I do like the animation. It reminds me a little bit of where was it? We're the Millers, or what was it? What was it originally called? Yeah, We Are the Millers. Is that it? What was the? I really like that one that Phil and Lord Miller made. Meet the Millers or something like that. Love that movie. I thought that was amazing. So yeah, I saw it, but no, not my huge cup of tea. But I'm happy for anybody who's excited. Mitchell's versus the Machines. I was so off. Thank you, Mitchell versus the Machines. Yeah, a lot of people also be like, look at this footage, which I think it's a Sony movie too, and go, dude, the impact Into the Spider-Verse has had on animation, because it does definitely feel like Into the Spider-Verse like animation. As the impact that movie has. Sadly, again, says, ya no te lo sigues jalando. Dios te está mirando. No, Dios. Cierra los ojos, Dios. No aguanto. Hey, I read that one clean. Didn't get me that time. Because it's definitely something I heard from my mother. Okay, moving on. The Blade says, context of Gears of War. Epic Games made the trilogy before Fortnite. The first game getting a PS5 version in August. Oh, cool. Has the Indiana Jones game come out for PS5 yet? I think that one has come out, right? I got to play that one. I know that was on Xbox and PC first, but now I want to get it on. Now it's finally out on PlayStation. I got to play that. So yeah, that's cool. Gears of War. I might give it a chance. Fun fact about Zootopia 2 teaser. I think it's a very similar to the first movie teaser, introducing Nick and Judy and all the other characters in the white background without showing the plot. Oh, okay. Well, that kind of makes sense. I did like the techno music though. MB Horror Movie says, maybe look for Superman merchandise dressed as Superman, then go to... See, I thought about that, definitely. But I don't think there's enough out there. It's just barely starting to hit the shelves. I would kind of want to wait closer to the release of Superman to do that kind of vlog. And I definitely do want to. Because I think there's a lot of fun stuff out there we can find. And there's going to be so much more of it. And I've heard of a couple of food collabs and things that Superman is doing. And so that's why I would want to save it for. Hey Chris, why did you never talk about Bloodline spoilers? Honestly, because I was busy that weekend. You guys might not remember, I had to do like a live stream at like 2:00 in the afternoon instead of my usual times, because I was gonna go camping with family in the cabins. And so with that, I just didn't have time to do a spoiler review, but I would have. I also don't think there was that many spoilers to talk about. Like I was hoping there was new lore added on, more references to other movies. There really wasn't. What would there have been to talk about other than, dude, that hospital scene was crazy. That Penny, whoa. I don't think there was that much to like get on about, you know? I don't know. This is me. But hey, still enjoyable movie. Happy people loving it. Happy Final Destination is on a really good place, and I can't wait till we get another one. Have you watched the Creep Tapes TV series? Dude, no, I haven't. It's still on my list, and I felt bad too because Mark Duplass, the guy who plays Creep and created Creep, he was at Texas Frightmare. I didn't get a chance to go talk to him, but I also felt guilty, like I can't, because I haven't even seen Creep Tapes TV series. What would I talk about with him? But yeah, I do want to see it though. Just arrived. Did you get any of the Stitch buckets? No. They looked cool and whatnot, but. And unfortunately, like I said, I'm only buying the buckets that I like really desperately want. I think the Regal one would have been the one I would have bought because that one looked very high quality. It had like a velvet material, and a lot of people said it had like a good weight to it, and it actually seemed like a decent size. That would have been the one I would have got, but no, I didn't pick up any of them. As a Karate Kid hater, I can now say I told you so. No, King Nate, you cannot hate the Karate Kid. These movies are peak. You're the best around. No one's gonna ever keep you down. Oh man, I see that movie in 2 days. The new Karate Kid movie. So we'll see. We'll see. 3C Films and Dead Meat win. Hey, whenever they'll have me, whether it's a podcast appearance or they'll let me host one of the kill counts, which I'd be so nervous to do that. James and them. The other host they sometimes have, which his name's slipping my mind right now. They do such a great job. I think it'd be so hard to be a host of an episode, but I'd love to take a crack at it. Black Alchemist says, proposing to my GF next week. Oh, dude, congrats. So nervous. Did you have a grand gesture plan or did she already have a clue? I mean, I always planned it much bigger in my head, but I was getting too bogged down in waiting. I was like, no, I'll wait for this time. I'll wait for that time. And then before you know it, years go by and it's like, dude, you just need to do it because you're making this poor girl wait. I just definitely say, ask her parents for her hand. It's just a respectful thing to do. I did it for my ladies. They'll most likely say yes. If she doesn't have parents, then her closest guardian or like, grandparent or anything. If you don't want to do that, okay, fine. But just do it and don't make the mistake I made. I after I proposed, I was so into the moment. I didn't put the ring on her finger. I just like did it. And then I closed the box and gave it to her. And then when her sister of my fiance watched the video back, she was like, you didn't put the ring on her finger, you idiot. I was like, oh, sorry, I forgot. I forgot. So definitely don't forget that part. But yeah, it's a nervous thing to do, but it's a great thing as well. Eric A says, hey Chris, are you gonna review old Fantastic Four movies for the new upcoming film? Like you did with the X-Men movies? Yes. And I want to finish the X-Men movies before I do that. I was hoping to finish the Wolverine video before Final Destination, but I got busy and whatnot. But yes, definitely want to do them. I don't know if do you guys want me to review the YouTube one? The one they made just so that they don't lose the rights. I've never seen that one, and I honestly don't have a care for it. But you guys know which one I'm talking about? They made one that never even got publicly released. It was only made just so that they can keep the rights. And you can watch the full thing on like YouTube. People saying, yes, please. Okay, all right, I'll give it a chance. I've never seen it. The costumes don't look half bad, though. But the Roger Corman one, yes, the Roger Corman one. I guess I'll add it on there. Yeah, but it would be the Roger Corman one, the two early 2000s one, and Fan Force Stick. And then we jump into it. All right. Says here, hello there, Goat Chris. Not sure if anyone said this, but we might get something new for FNAF 2 on June 1st by Blumhouse. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, maybe a new trailer, new teaser, some more posters. Honestly, posters of all the animatronics, like the toy animatronics, would be dope. Would be dope. Caleb Hepner says, did you know YouTuber named Etika? I did. I didn't know him personally. I know of Etika. I know he sadly passed away and all that tragic times. I don't know much of Etika, I'll be honest. I only found out about him when the tragedy happened with his life and whatnot. But that's always a sad thing. And mental health is important. And this job can weigh on you. And I honestly have some of the best fans. You guys are fantastic. If I miss a video, if I don't end up fulfilling a promise, I feel horrible. But you guys are always so chill and cool about it. And I thank y'all. I thank y'all, man. The Phantom Split says, oh snap, Jason Momoa is playing the Birdman. Oh, the three Birdman. Is that like a nickname? It's probably like a Street Fighter joke. I don't know. Lewis Clark says, I'm sad Rocker Brothers are not doing the Street Fighter movie. I know. I even saw an interview with them. I think they did it with IGN where they asked them, it's like, hey, are you guys planning to do more IP movies? Because I know you're doing your original stuff now. And one of the brothers says, I still want to do Street Fighter. I still want to do it. So maybe in the sequel, they'll get a chance to do it. Orphan says, did you see the Chispirito trailer coming out on Max? If you have, what's your thoughts on it? I think I'm going to watch it. That's such an important part of Mexican culture and Mexican TV. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, it's like a documentary, like a documentary limited series about like a very popular Mexican TV show that if you grew up Mexican, it was just on your TV growing up, whether El Chavo del Ocho or El Chapulín Colorado. And so it's definitely something I'm aware of. I need to know more about. So I think I'd rather watch it just to fill in that history so I could know more about it. Because I know Chispirito is very famous. Biopic miniseries, yeah. Thanks for the heads up on the live being moved to Sunday. Any news on FNAF 2? As of now, no. But hey, someone in the chat just said June 1st, we're supposedly getting something. I know there's like been some reports going around that by this October, they'll start filming the third movie. That would be dope. I'm waiting to see about some confirmation on that, though. Isaac Sanchez says, do you have a favorite Superman actor, 3C? Probably Christopher Reeve. I think I mean, he just embodies it so well. I liked all of them. I think a lot of them, well, I say all of them when there's been so many, right? But I mean, I think Henry Cavill brought something to it. I think David Cornswell's going to bring something to it. If I have to pick someone, it's going to be Christopher Reeve. But I also even like, I forget his name, Tyler Hoechlin. That's how you pronounce it. The one on Lois and Clark, the CW one. I thought he even brought something nice to it. 3C, Lore, what was your earliest theater experience? Honestly, okay, if I try to go back to the earliest, I saw Peter Pan and Wendy in theaters. There was the sequel to Peter Pan. That was one of my earliest memories. I know my dad took me, and the reason I remember it, Peter Pan and Wendy. So when did that come out? Wendy movie release date. Not that one. Peter Pan and Wendy animated. Okay, is it not gonna pop up for me? It's the animated one. It's the sequel one. Peter Pan, and it was Return to Neverland. There we go. Oh, so this one came out in 2002. Oh, sorry. I guess it's not showing. My bad. I was on the wrong browser. Let me put it up here for you. Okay. This was the one. So it was called Return to Neverland, Peter Pan and Wendy. I remember it, dude. I was a kid crushing hard on that Wendy. I don't even think that is Wendy. I think that's Wendy's daughter. What's her name? I don't even know. But I was a kid, dude. Jane. Her name was Jane. Oh, dude, I was crushing hard. I was like, Peter, forget Wendy. Jane is where it's at, Peter. You scored. Get you. That was what I was thinking. It was 2002. So how old was I? 7. I was 7 years old. That's one of my earliest theater experiences. But dude, that's where I was in that theater crushing on Jane. And I was like, dude, Peter, forget Wendy, dude. Jane's where is that? And the reason I remember this is because at the same time, and let me see if it is true or if I'm misremembering it. Matrix 3. When was the Matrix 3 came out? Oh, it had to have been around the same time, said 2003. The reason I remember is because after I saw it, the only reason my dad took me is because right afterwards we went into Matrix Revolutions. But my dad, I remember being so pouty and like, I don't want to see this movie. I don't want to be here. I was just kind of like pouty sitting there. 20 minutes into the movie, my dad felt bad that I was just like pouty sitting there. So we got up and we left. I was like, I feel bad. So I remember that as a kid up there. I'm trying to think of other like super early movie theater experiences. I mean, this isn't even early, but like Kick-Ass was one of my like first date movies. So one of my first ever dates with a girl was Kick-Ass. So that was 2010. How old was I? Kick-Ass 2010 was 95. So 15. I was 15. It's one of my first date movies. We snuck in and all that, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. This is so nice. I love Kick-Ass the movie though. So one of my favorite personal movies of all time. That's really all I could think about. I don't have like any other like crazy ones, but the Peter Pan and Wendy one sticks out to me because I was in there like, bro, Jane, yo, holla, Jane. Just so random. But dude, Jane, I'll tell you though, who had nothing on Jane when I was growing up. I don't remember seeing this in a theater. I think I definitely watched this at home. Was Goofy movie Roxanne. Dude, if there was anybody I wanted to marry and just somehow make real, Roxanne, dude. That's probably like my first real crush. When did that movie come out? Goofy movie 95. Oh, okay, so I definitely saw that when young. Goofy movie Roxanne was where it's at, dude. I just knew. I said Jane Roxanne. That was my Edward or Jacob as a child. I don't know. What was some of y'all's childhood crushes on animated movies? My crush was Avia. Is that the Treasure Planet lady? Avia. I would say cartoon character. I don't know. Avia cartoon. Oh, what the heck? I don't know who this is. What is this? Oh, you crushing now, man. This is recent. Who is Avia? Hey, okay, cool, man. I see it. I see it. Starfire and Raven. Oh, dude, yeah. Starfire and Raven. Kim Possible. Lola Bunny, of course. Oh, Astra Girl. I'm seeing it in the chat right now. Oh, y'all. Oh, y'all dirty hound dogs. These are children's movies. Dude, it's so funny, though. Timmy Turner's mom. Dude, that's a pull. Jessica Rabbit. Harley Quinn. Yeah. Sometimes, dude. Someone. Hey, yo. The chat started saying you. All right. We're moving on. That's too far. That's too far. Okay. Let's see what happened here. Where was I? I remember in my last year of art school, I had to design original character in Street Fighter style, and it was a hard project to do. Oh, I bet there's very detailed and odd proportions on those Street Fighter characters. That must have been difficult. Interesting. Painting Rook says thoughts on Fear Street. Oh, dude, I was kind of disappointed. 2/3 was good. The kills were great. I was underwhelmed by the reveal of the third act. Okay, I could give you my kind of quick thought. I forgot to talk about that. So here, let me pull it up because I don't want this to be the beginning of it. What was it? Fear Street Prom Queen. I said posters. Okay, I guess there. All right, Fear Street Prom Queen did come out on Netflix. I guess I'll keep it spoiler free if you still haven't seen it. I won't give away the reveal of the killers and whatnot. But okay, this was a movie I was really looking forward to. I was so excited about. I love what they've done with the Fear Street movies when they came out with that trilogy on Netflix. I thought those were really well done, interesting. And now that Netflix is like thinking about franchising it, because R.L. Stine, the creator of Goosebumps, has this series and he has a ton of different books and there's just endless possibilities for what you could do. So they made this 80s set movie of a group of high school students where it's prom and someone is going around killing all the prom queen candidates. And I was like seeing all the promotion and material and I was loving like the costume and look of the movie because it's like the killer's wearing like this red coat, he's got a mask and hatch. I was like, dude, this is gonna be sick. And even though it's R.L. Stine, you know him from Goosebumps, this stuff is still fully R-rated and kind of made for adults. So yeah, let's go. It's one of the most generic paint by the numbers slashers. I did not care about any of the cast members. I thought they just had uninteresting lore of like, oh, something bad happened 20 years ago and now it's happening again. Like that part wasn't even interesting. The villains and people are also one-dimensional. It's like freaking Disney Channel bully material with the girl like here in the blue dress. It's just like, well, Granger, it looks like Mama isn't here to save you. Like it's literally Disney Channel level writing of bad. And well, I'm like, okay, fine. That wasn't it. And again, when I say generic and paint by the numbers, it's an enjoyable horror movie if you don't watch very many horror movies. So this does anything and everything that I've seen done hundreds of times. So to me, it's just so boring. But to someone who like doesn't spend too much time watching that or whatnot, they're gonna see this and go, "Oh, that was actually kind of fun." And that's great if you liked it. I'm happy for you. Because this is also definitely geared, even though it's adult rated R, it's on Netflix, and Netflix has them kissing booth movies, the Nona Centineo movies, whatever is the popular thing now. There's a lot of 14, 13-year-olds watching this and thinking this is peak horror, going, bro, that was sick. That prom queen movie? Oh, dude. You know, like that's just gonna happen because it's one of their early horror films, and that's cool. But with that said, all right. You think then some of the redeeming factors of this is the kills. I do not like that we're headed to this, and this is also my issue with Final Destination. And I'm getting a little picky with it. And even the newest one, Clown in a Cornfield, it is happening more and more, and it is pissing me off. Blood being digital. I feel nothing when I see digital blood. When blood is like obviously a computer generated effect, it doesn't have the physics of regular blood. So like what I mean is like when someone splats something, you can just tell. It's like uncanny. It's easily catchable by the eye. It's like that's fake blood. It's digital blood, digital effects, green screen. It is so noticeable and it is just so unappealing and uninteresting in a horror movie. It feels just kind of lazy to me. I hate digital blood. Because there's like one really cool kill scene that involves a kid with his hands. That's all I'll say. That's the coolest kill of the entire movie. Everything else pretty generic and just like slashes to the face and cutaways. I didn't think too much of it. But that kill with that is such an effective, cool scene the way it's done. but then it's taken back with the digital blood, with the obvious green screen bad effects, and it would have been so cool, but it didn't work out for me. Also, yes, the reveal on who the killer is and their motive, not even realistic. It's just like so. It's honestly, and it's pretty funny because it's R.L. Stine. It feels like a Goosebumps episode. Well, like that much time and effort was put into it. Where I was watching this going, if this was like a 40-minute episode on Fear Street show, where like every episode was rated R and things like that, Goosebumps style, this was decent. This was like a decent one. But as a full feature length horror movie, it was not it, especially with that reveal, man. It was just not doing it for me. So sadly, yes, I was also very disappointed in this. I'm hoping they still continue the Fear Street movies. I'm happy if they do another one. Let's put a little bit more effort into the story, put more into the kills. The couple positive things I will say, the score, love the score. I thought the score of this movie was so cool. It's a synth wave, and it reminded me a lot of like the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. And this movie has a lot of that. There's characters named Laurie. The main character is named Laurie. Oh, I wonder who that's paying homage to. The other friend is named Nancy. Oh, I wonder who that's paying homage to. There's a character named Tiffany. It's just like it's the most obvious things. Next, you're gonna bring out a guy named Loomis. Oh, it's a guy named Billy. Oh, there's a guy named Carpenter. What? It's the most easy, lazy thing you can do now, right? But anyways, the score I thought was awesome, and it was pretty wasted. The cinematography of the movie isn't bad. I thought the cinematography was actually very well shot. It actually had a nice look to it. It had kind of like this, which old 80s movies do, is kind of like this foggy look where everything looks slightly foggy and soft. I actually like that for this movie. It looked nice. It's a good soundtrack, but they're also cheating because they're just using mainstream songs from the 80s that everyone loves. So kind of cheating, and they don't even use them in a clever way. It's like literally every 5 minutes they just play you a new 80s song that was popular. And it's just like every time they go back to the dance floor, it's like sweet dreams are made of thee. Things like that. The soundtrack was cool, but it's just also like it was just like But so those are the only real positives I can give. The rest of it was kind of just a disappointment to me, sadly. Yeah, you guys let me know what y'all thought about Fear Street. Is it just me, or shouldn't there be a bit taller in Fantastic? Oh, shouldn't the Thing be a bit taller? I guess he could be, but no. The Thing I think was always not as big. He definitely is like at least. Oh, I want to say 10 feet, but he's not even 10 feet. He's like at least 7, 8 feet. I don't mind. He should always be kind of shorter than the Hulk to me a little bit. It works. It works for me. I'm fine with it. I mean, you want to talk about height? Wasn't like the Thing in the early 2000s movie shorter than Johnny and most of the cast? That was always kind of funny. That was a pretty short thing. I got a short thing. Zilla Universe says, with Secret Wars now moved to December, do you think Godzilla X Kong can take over that May spot so it won't have to compete with the Zelda movie and Sonic 4? Maybe I could definitely see that. I could definitely see them doing that. I'd still have to wait on how it's going. I know they're filming the movie right now, and there's set photos and stuff. I was gonna talk about them, but I'm kind of gonna save those set photos and wait for more information. That way, we could do that MonsterVerse hype that we used to do back in the day. That's always fun. We'll see. That smart idea to move away. And Kay says, if you go back to the first poster video, after the poster was shown in the video, it says Skibidi. Well, gee willikers, Dad, I didn't know that. Let me watch that real quick. Let me see if that's true, because I was over here just talking a mess about all that, and now I'm proven wrong on that. Let's see. Say Skibidi Toy at the end. Okay, let's see. I'm watching it. I'm seeing it. Okay, posters up. Bayhem. Stills Bayhem. Don't say no Skibidi Toilet afterwards. Where does it say Skibidi Toilet? Maybe in an edited version that you saw, if someone was reposting it on like different news. Oh, I just saw it. My dumb. I just saw it. You're so right. It does say it. So what the hell, man? Oh, dude, I have to catch it. You're so right. Let me see. I'll see if I can catch it. I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna catch it. I didn't catch it. It did say it. I'm an idiot. Okay, so I'm gonna have to add that into the edited version of the clip. Thank you. Reed Jackson Media says, I know all about Street Fighter lore. Just text. Oh, good to know, Reed. I might actually need you whenever the trailer and stuff comes out. So you let me know, Reed. Thank you. Also, text me my Dropbox link. Yeah, just for that vlog. Definitely will after this live stream, bud. No Name says, rest in peace to Pete David. Who Pete David? Don't tell me Pete Davidson died. Did Pete Davidson? Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yes, rest in peace. I know who you're talking about now. Yes. Did you hear Alex Garland? Yes, the Elden Ring movie. I'm excited for it. I really am. The tarnished shall live again. Jaden Griffin says, I'm late too. Anyways, thoughts on Fear Street Prom Queen? I didn't like it. Have you seen the original trilogy? Yeah, love the original trilogy. Just gave my review. I'll post it on the Clips channel if you missed, buddy. Ronald says, do you think it'll make more than Brave New World and Thunderbolts? Which one? Thunderbolts will make more than Brave New World? Probably not. But other than that, I don't know which one else you're talking about. Late to the stream was watching OG Lilo and Stitch. You know what? After I kind of think I wasn't harsh enough on that movie, man. I actually walked away kind of okay with the live action Lilo and Stitch movie. I was like, it's fine. It's not perfect. They definitely changed way too much. Hate Jumba, but I honestly didn't mind some like the changes to the ending. And dude, the internet hates the ending. The ending is like being set on fire and all that. Well, I think some people are for sure exaggerating, going, Nani gave Lilo away. I'm like, not exactly. There's a little bit more to it than that. But I guess if you want to dumb it down, sure. And dude, people are pissed. And I was just like, damn, maybe I should have been more harsh on that movie because some people want that movie to burn. It says here, if Fantastic Four ends with Galactus destroying their planet, do you see Galactus coming to the MCU planet? Yeah, and that's maybe where they're warning us from. I wonder if Galactus is one of those beings that is like there's only one of them in the entire multiverse. You know, like America Chavez is one of those characters where there's only one America Chavez in the entire multiverse, and that's her. Galactus could be one of them. The Beyonder, I think, is one of those characters. Or not the Beyonder, the Watcher. Yeah. Which of the video game franchises that Disney own would you like as a movie? Kingdom Hearts, Epic Mickey, Castle of Illusion, Club Penguin, Where's My Water, Zombies at Neighbors on Monkey Island. I actually played Epic Mickey when I went to Disney recently because so many of y'all were talking about it. And so I bought Epic Mickey for the Switch and I played it on the plane and a couple times in the hotel. Y'all were right. Game is fun. Well, game is actually pretty simple and easy. I feel kind of dumb playing it as an adult. I should have played it when I was younger. But I like the storyline, and it's very interesting what's going on there. And I'm like, dude, this would be a fun movie. This would be a fun movie. Marvin Pena says, how do you feel about current Marvel? Do you think they can string all these characters together successfully, or will it be too much work? No, I think they can pull it off for this movie. I'm more curious what the soft reboot looks like and what the world looks like post Secret Wars, you know? Ben Malsky says, love solid. Jumbo never came off as a villain, in my honest opinion. David Odensteers played him with such a boisterous energy that he was more lovable goofball than evil. Yeah, I agree. Well, I usually think Zach Galifianakis is hilarious. I'd love to see him in anything, but he was horrible as Jumbo. No offense to him, but horrible. They definitely did Jumbo so wrong in that movie. Fortnite crossover. I've got some other stuff there. Thank you. The Need side says, you think the MCU takes a break after the saga? They should. I would like to see the MCU on like a 3-year break. Because I think Secret Wars is going to be such like a big finale to some stuff and big characters saying goodbye. There should be like a minimum. I would honestly like a minimum 5-year break. But I just don't think Marvel wants to do that because it's such a cash cow. So there might be a situation where Secret Wars and then the next year there's a movie right there. But I really wish they would kind of take a break just so we can miss Marvel, you know? Kind of like Hancock in the movie where he goes to jail for a bit. We need to miss Marvel. Phrasal Edit says, thoughts on how much hate Lilo Stitch is getting. A lot of movie critics are calling it the worst and most successful. I think some people are blowing the exaggeration, like so exaggerating with it. It is not perfect. It is honest. It's just barely good. Like it's just okay. And I like for that reason alone, it's not even worth defending. But the way some people are treating it, like this was as bad as Snow White, or this is as bad as like some other remakes have been, I think is like, dude. The way some people are twisting the way the ending goes and things like that, I'm just like, oh, I guess I like if you simplify like that, sure, that's what happened, but there's more context, there's more nuances. Okay, to me, what some people are not realizing that I actually really liked about the remake, and again, I just liked it. I didn't love it. I still prefer the original so much more, and I think it's crazy that they didn't just stick to a lot of key things. Like I'm disappointed the ugly duckling story wasn't in there. A lot of other things that I thought was missing. But the one thing the remake was trying to do that some people are just going over their heads and misconstruing the ending is the remake tried focusing on Nani's pain. That Nani's a child. Nani's a kid too that is now forced or was put in this situation to take care of another kid, her sister Lilo, who she loves and cares about and is doing so much. But it's also being realistic in how hard it is to pay bills with like out of college education without some sort of degree or things like that. So she's like, even though she has a job, she can't pay the bills and she's struggling to keep her. She was not prepared to be a parent. And she's also forced to like hold back her grief of her dead parents for the sake of raising Lilo. And the movie tries to touch upon Nani's pain, Nani's struggle, and it tries to give Nani a happy ending. And for that alone, I actually liked their attempt. But then again, other people are looking at the ending and saying that it's like so horrible, so missing the point, where I'm like, it's not though. It's following the theme of Ohana, and somebody becomes Ohana, and then that somebody helps Nani and Lilo. And that's it. That's the theme of the movie, is that a family can be made through not just blood, but through close friendship, through close being there. I don't know, man. I think it's crazy how bad some people are hating it, but hey, it's not even that excellent of a movie to fight. Like The Flash. I like The Flash. People hate on The Flash, but that's not even a movie worth defending because I get it. I get it, right? So I don't know. If this was like, I don't know, Interstellar, and the internet all of a sudden turned on Interstellar, well then hold on. Let me roll up my cuffs and let me get to fighting for Interstellar. Because that's a fantastic movie, right? Say that again. But yeah. Hey, Chris, if Flash is Skibidi toy in the teaser, yeah, I'm blind. I'm useless. Why do you watch me? Yeah, I can't believe I missed that. I'm such an idiot. What are your thoughts of Annabelle going missing while is she missing? Oh! Can you imagine Annabelle just pops up underneath? Hey guys. Dude, I did see that she was on tour. I was hoping she'd stop in Dallas because I would love to vlog and meet Annabelle and do some stupid taunting things and then end up dead and going like, I'm invincible. What you gonna do, you dumb doll? Local YouTuber found dead. His car exploded randomly. In other news, giant Funko Pop collection goes on sale. So I don't think it's missing, but I did see like I think it was like inside a building, and then after it left, that building caught on fire. And I was like, Annabelle, you dirty girl. Phrasal Edit says, I personally went in watching Lilo and Stitch without watching the original first. This always affects reviews. I viewed both the original and the remake as their own independent film remake, in my honest opinion. Okay, interesting. I'm supposed to be studying, but I'm here, Unc. Unc appreciates you. And Unc's happy with you. Let's see here. Thoughts on Kevin Smith movies. I like Kevin Smith. I like his earlier movies, of course. I do think he's fallen off a little bit. I thought maybe he was making a comeback with Tusk, because I think the first like 30 minutes of Tusk is a genuinely eerie, creepy horror movie with good dialogue, good suspense, body horror, and then Tusk just falls off the deep end after the 30 minute mark. I didn't care for Yoga Hosers. I thought the new Silent Bob movie was all right. It was just more like a nostalgia, you know, trip down memory lane. I kind of just like Kevin Smith through his podcast. And before I was became a YouTuber, and I had like a regular job and doing stuff like that, definitely was always listening to his podcast with Ralph Garman and all that, and just the stories and things. And Kevin Smith is so inspiring in the movie space. So yeah, I like him as a person. Clerks 3, I still have to see Clerks 3. Not gotten a chance to watch Clerks 3, but I do like the Clerks movies. Fairweather says, how did you think Marvel will handle the long break between Fantastic Four and all the way to Spider-Man Brand New Day? Feels like Doomsday delay is bad for the hype. No, honestly, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I don't think the delay ruins it much, especially since it was only 6 months for now. If it was like a whole year or something, then maybe. But I think they'll handle the long break fine. It'll be interesting. I think they do have like a show or two they'll try and put out. They'll try and fill in that space with a show. Dylan Esperanza says, hey, Chris, where did you get my Burger King email, please? Oh, no. If you're talking about the How to Train Your Dragon, we did talk about it at the top of the stream. Untitled says, have you seen Friendship? I give it 7. Oh, really? I am excited. I want to see Friendship, the Tim Robinson, Paul Rudd movie. Tim Robinson just has my kind of humor. I think he's pretty funny. The cringe humor. That's me. So I do want to see that movie. Reddit? Right. Yes. We'll get to okay. I'll just do a quick Reddit here. Just a quick Reddit sneak peek. Just go through it just very little here. Just trying to get through because I gotta finish sending that. Oh my goodness. Yo, I look great as Reed. I look fantastic. Say that again. Oh, dude, I actually look fantastic as Reed. I don't know what happened to the rest of these people. That looks good though. I like that. I like that. Let's put hot though. Let's see what's hot. Okay. It's finally happened. Ryan Gosling. Title reveal. People there trying to tell Chris about the text flash at the Skibidi toilet video. I know. I'm sorry. That's gonna make the clip awful. The clip is ruined now because of that. Thank you guys. Chris here. The video flashes Skibidi. Yeah, thanks. I see it now. I'm an idiot. I'm definitely adding all this to the clips. I'm sorry. New 3C variant has arrived on Reddit. Okay. Oh, I'm young Carl. Chris goes to infinity and beyond. Oh, that's pretty good. I like that. The hat even fits me as Woody. Buzz, you're going too fast. When I hear the Zootopia 2 music, gotta get jiggy, gotta get bumping. Oh yeah, the Avengers Doomsday. Hey, you're gonna want to check out that intro. The picture you find in bro's house, dude. This picture is gonna be at the entry of my house, and I'll be like, yeah, it's my uncle, murderous clown, but we love him. We love him. These are the 2 photos. It's like, here's the day I got married. Here's the day the birth of my child, and here's me with Art the Clown. Another 3C variant. Oh, Carl, we did that one already. Skip it. I see it. I see it. Take me home. Take me home. Through its mouth. Yeah, we know, we've heard that. Jack Black groomed us. Yeah, what is the clue? Oh, is that the toilet? Is that the toilet right there? And then yeah, flashes Skibidi. Yeah. Atomic bag shots. I paused right on time. Chris got Riz. Yeah, I know I do. Let's see a couple more. 3. What did he say? I don't even want to know what I said. It's my birthday. Oh, Walter White Breaking Bad reference. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, that was a private moment with me and Kong. That's Queso. Mario. Hey, Chris, I was wondering where you got that cool mask of all those costumes you wear in your videos. Oh, man. This mask, I'm not even kidding. My dad was on Facebook Marketplace, and he found my dad got sucked into the whole of 3D printing. So my dad's just been on Facebook Marketplace and he's been buying 3D printed stuff. And so he bought this for me and gave it to me, which honestly is pretty badass. But guess what? Don't fit my head. It does not fit me. It fits my dad's head perfectly. And it makes sense because he measured it to his head or whatever. But it's really nice. It's really cool. And if it fit me, I would definitely wear it. But it does not. So, but it is really cool prop. And I just want to show it off here since my pop got it for me. There you go. All right, let's move on. All right. Also, can send on Insta it says you have to follow I commented on your most recent post on Insta. Okay, perfect. I'll still follow you. That way we could still get it sent over. Thank you, Austin. Thank you, buddy. It says Superman merch hunt, then go to Dare King. I'm thinking about it, but I want to save Superman merch for it's closer to the movie, so there's a lot more merch and things we can buy. Crispy says, why was Dead Meat taller than you? Was he on a stool? I bent down. I was like, oh, y'all are the goats, y'all are above me, so respectfully, I gotta bend down. And so I was actually on my hips on that video, not my knees. I was on my hips. I'm acrobatic like that. Nate Newman says, how do you feel about other YouTubers who not only copy your style, but also your exact words? I have noticed it. I mean, I don't think I created my thumbnails for my news videos, but I definitely see a lot of people do it now. And I'm like, what bugs me too is they do blue and red also. And I'm like, buddy, you can do it, but I do purple and yellow or something. Blue and red is what I do. Okay, let me have that. And the way I divide the thumbnail in 3 parts and things like that. You know, some people try to copy the title, which I'm starting to think maybe I should just stop doing this movie is ... It worked for me for a long time, but now I think I'm at a spot where I could just put blank review and y'all will watch it. But back in the day, reviews would not get any views. And when I started doing that title, it blew up for me. And now I have an audience, which I love. But other people think if they just do that, their video will blow up when it's about the content. And that's why you guys keep coming back. So it's flattering. And I try not to get too mad about it because at the end of the day, I didn't create reviews. If anything, my thumbnails look exactly like Chris Stuckman's review thumbnails. I try to add my own spin to it sometimes, but that's just the format that I see. So I'm like, that's the one I want to choose. So I've been guilty of it too. So it just happens. I try to be unique now with my thumbnails and make them my own. But it is funny when I see other people just copy my style. And I'm like, oh, all right, man. That's cool. That's cool. Wasabi says, children towered over you. 2, nice meeting you. 3, at Devin Sawa panel. He said he would like to play Freddy Krueger. I wonder how he would do as Freddy. I don't know if I'd love him as Freddy, but children towered over you. I just ran through that like, okay, yeah, that's normal. Nice meeting you. But yeah, Devin Sawa as Freddy. I don't know. I like Devin, but it's Freddy. I don't know. Frazzle Edit says, at one point, do we call the elephant in the room of movie YouTubers? It's now a trend to hate on every Marvel or Disney. When you have a genuinely great movie like Thunderbirds, all you get is grifters. I hate on MCU Disney. Yeah, I mean, that's what clicks. I think it's so, like, the hate game clicks right now. If I wanted to roll into that, I could probably do well, but I don't want to. I still love and get excited for movies. And so that makes me kind of easy to please sometimes when I watch movies. I'm just like, if you made me smile and laugh, you did enough. So I'm still in the phase where I'm just like so happy with movies and in love with the game that I haven't been burnt out. Now, John Flickinger, who's someone I respect and I love, but he's been doing this for so long. That man is in his grumpy face. I love you, John, if you're watching, but he's in his grumpy face, dude. He's gotten so saturated. He's so many hundreds of thousands of movies later. He just gets pissed off at anything that slightly bugs him. And it's kind of funny to watch. Because like I'll watch something like the Smurfs trailer and I know that's going to be awful, but it's kind of funny. He'll see something like that and go, ah! I'm like, John, take your Percocet, buddy. You'll be okay. So I don't know. It's good times. Michael Tomsick says, what would it take for the MCU to hit rock bottom? An Avengers movie underperforming. And what I mean by that is like an Avengers movie not hitting $1 billion. It can make 800 million, 900 million. If it didn't hit that $1 billion, that's rock bottom. That's still probably a profitable, maybe even not, because they spend so much on those movies that they depend on them hitting $1 billion. But the day an Avenger movie does not make $1 billion, We cook, chat. It's pack it up time, Feige. I got a couch for you, Feige, right there. We can tell ghost stories. I know people are like, well, technically the Thunderbolts is... Nah, let's be real. Let's be real. Final Reckoning was peak. Second or third best Mission Impossible movie. Oh, I'm glad you felt that way, buddy. I don't know if I felt that way, but yeah, I liked the second half a lot. I did like that. It definitely got my heart racing in those moments. The other day, it was reported that Marvel and Sony were working on King Loot, a deal for Spider-Man to be in Doomsday. Do you believe that could be a factor in Doomsday delay? No. It was going to get delayed with or without that Spider-Man deal because of the VFX and how much of a small time crunch. And I'm telling you, it's like 60% chance it gets delayed one more time into 2027. Those 6 months might not be enough. Karate Kick 40, it's just easier to be like, hey, it's only delayed 6 months instead of being like, it's delayed an entire year. That would be so devastating and huge. Saying it's delayed 6 months, fans will go, oh, okay, yeah, all right, at least it's coming out that same year. Give it like 6 months, then we're going to hear another delay or something. Karate Kick 4D says, not sure if you still buy Funko Pops, but have you seen the new ones for FNAF? The original animatronics for the first film, the same ones on FNAF 2. Yeah, I still got the original ones here that came out, and I like those. Maybe I'll switch out Chica because the new Chica Pop has the cupcake, and I would like Chica to have her cupcake. And Bonnie has a guitar in the new one, so I might just switch Bonnie and Chica. But everybody else, I'm a keep. But yeah, I just don't collect Funko Pops as much anymore. It's just I lost my love. I lost my love. I stick to just the horror ones now, but even then I'll buy like one or two every couple of months. I don't buy like I used to be buying them weekly. It was crazy. Gadino Fizi says, did you talk about the Elden Ring earlier? I did talk about it. And I'm excited. I like Elden Ring. I've played it. I think Alex Garland is definitely fit for the job, and I hope it's good. Austin Kate says, post it on my YouTube short as well. Okay, that'd be awesome too. If you could send me a link, that'll be even better. Thank you, Austin. Austin Crum says, yo, 3C, I'm a musician here in Nashville. Any interest in discussing? Oh, yes, dude. I would love a theme song for 3C. I have no idea what it would be or what it would sound like, but I would love to have a theme song. Chris Stuckman has that cool theme song. I think Jeremy has a theme song. Who else has theme songs? Cody even has like that cool rock. I wouldn't go with a rock song, but that fits Cody's vibe and Cody Leach and what he's doing. But that's cool that he's got that. That sounds nice and it fits him. Sean's got that nice little theme too. I would like a little theme. I would like to have something. It'd be nice. We'll see though. Yeah, dude, hit me up on Instagram or wherever, and we could definitely chat because I would like just like a little 3 second thing that like something that makes you think, oh, 3C. You know, like Dead Meat, they have the little intro with their logo. I love theirs is awesome. That little sound, great. So yeah, I need something. Really wish you were here. Says you missed some super chats towards the beginning. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay. I had one that said, "Why are you starting stream when there was The Last of Us drops?" Yeah, I talked about that. That was just the only one. I didn't see anyone else. Scrap Madam Web, Popcorn Bucket, do all that. Yeah, I don't see anything else unless y'all let me know, but I don't see anything else. All right. Dig Menzies 321 says, who's ready for an Italian brain rot movie? Chris Hemsworth, Tung 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 Saur, and ScarJo as Ballerina Cappuccino. I hate that those pop up on my timeline. It's because I'm watching the videos of that guy. He started making videos again, the Arcade Craniac guy. I've never been like a watcher of his YouTube channel, but like a couple years ago, I started getting some of his like videos on my TikTok feed of like he drank the gay potion at 3 a.m. He drank the Elmo potion at 3 a.m. And those were just funny to watch short form. And so now he's making Tung Tung Saur Happy Meal at 3 a.m. and it's just been making me laugh. I don't watch the YouTube channel or nothing, but when I see those shorts, I watch them make me laugh. So then the algorithm will then feed me more Tung Tung Saur, and I just skip the AI ones because those are so annoying. Peyton Rook says, Chris, you missed my super chat. Peyton, I'm gonna go right here now. Peyton. All right, Peyton, let me see what you got. How far back, Peyton? How far back? Let me see. I'm looking, Peyton. I'm gonna look. What's your profile pic? A nice sunny sky. I'm gonna look for a nice sunny sky, Peyton, and we're gonna find this thing. It says thoughts. No, yeah, dude, I did a whole. What do you mean I missed your super chat? Your super chat is actually gonna become a clip on the Clips channel. You asked me about my thoughts on the Fear Street movie and how you were kind of disappointed, and I gave you a whole review that's going on the Clips channel, buddy. I ain't miss it. I gave you your spotlight, Peyton. Horsell says, can we get a cooking with Chris special? What would I cook? I wouldn't mind doing that, and I know cooking content sometimes does well. I don't know how that would do well, but what would I cook? I know, like, but it's already been done. Like, you know, I cook the meals from my favorite movies, like Ratatouille, or I make the hot dog from, I don't know. What would I tacos, pizza? Yeah, but like, it has to be movie related. I can't just start making it. I have to think of something. Scar King fries, remake the Scar King fries. Tamales, just make tamales for no reason. I gotta think of something, but I have to tie it into movies. I've always wanted to make a Krabby Patty though. Krabby Patty looks good. Red lights. Thanks so much, bud. Vinny says, any thoughts on Kick-Ass reboot? I'm just wondering when it'll happen. I'm so down for it. I'm curious what it would look like or what it would be. I love that first Kick-Ass movie so much. Like, genuinely, it's like one of my favorite movies of all time. And I want the reboot, but I just don't know what they're doing with it or what it would be, even in a world where superhero movies are everywhere. When Kick-Ass came out, the superhero boom was only just like kind of mellow. Now it's like everywhere and almost too saturated. So like, what would that look like? Crispy says, Lilo and Stitch already made more. Yeah, dude. In one weekend, Lilo and Stitch made more than Thunderbolts. Insanity, dude. That movie's... It's crazy how some movies just pop off like that. Archangel says, hey, Chris, hope you're doing good. Did you see there's a G.I. Joe Snake Eyes game in early development for Atomic Arcade? We got our first look a couple weeks ago. Do you like G.I. Joe movies? I think it's Guilty Pleasures. I like that first Channing Tatum one. I remember seeing it in theaters, but I have no memory of it, dude. I just remember the scene where they all got like these robo suits and they were trying to stop the Eiffel Tower from turning into a green fart, and it was all right. I was like, Marlon Wayne's in here. He was a white chicken in scary movies. Now he a G.I. Joe. How times have changed. Payne Ruck says, I'll agree with you on the kills don't hold it back with the CGI. That's just the world we live in now. No practicality. I'm focused on story plot. Yeah, I know. It just, to me, sometimes just good kills can make a bad movie just fun. Like the Texas Chainsaw on Netflix. Not a great movie, not good characters, terrible story, but that Leatherface is brutal and those kills are sick. And I would rewatch it just for that. Dammy says, hi, Chris. Super duper big fan. Teehee. Absolutely love your videos, by the way. I drew fart and art. I posted on the Reddit tree. Oh, man. I hope I can see it then. I don't know if it's still here. I'll try to zoom. What the heck? I'll try to zoom by. Oh, me with Lola. Oh, my God. Honey, no, I can explain. Stay safe, Chris. Oh, my goodness. Art and this is some nice art, dude. I like this. I forgot that I made this. Dude, I love this. Post that on Instagram or something. I'll put it in my story. I love that. Geoffrey. I don't see art. Oh, there it is. Art and fart. Why am I so short? You set me up for disappointment. Fart and art. Thanks, man. I love that. That's awesome. Thank you. All right. We have here Shampoo Max says, what do you think about Battlefront 3? Please, I love you. I've never played a Battlefront game. I'm glad people love it. I'm kind of digging the Fortnite Star Wars event. That's my Battlefront. Even though I'm dying very quickly and bad, I'm enjoying the Star Wars with the lightsabers and the TIE fighters and X-Wings. But I'm happy that, because I was, I post on TikTok and whatnot, and I was getting comments, Battlefront 3. I'm like, what is this trend? And y'all got the people who make the Battlefront games talking, and I think they even had like an all-time high of the playership of Battlefront. So it's like, that trend is probably making that game happen now. So someone said Fortnite is dead. Not to me, buddy. I still play. But we'll see what the next season holds. Someone says, Reed Jackson says, also, can you stream highlight for you? Also, can you stream highlight for you, man? Oh, yeah, I can stream highlight. Yeah. Do you aura farm? Buddy, do I aura farm? I am the farm of aura. All right. People want aura. They ask me for it. And I go, all right, take some here. Bring it back by Monday. Second thought, keep it. I don't need it. Just got it back. Nico Chavez says, hey, Chris, do you think we could potentially get a FNAF 4? Oh, yeah, dude. With the way if they continue to make money and whatnot, we're going to make it to Security Breach the movie eventually, dude. And that's probably what FNAF 4 would even be, too. I know that's not what it is in the canon, but sure. Ray says, can you discuss the collab you mentioned a while back with a fast food Oh, I can mention it now because it's been announced. It was the How to Train Your Dragon one. They messaged me and they wanted me to fly to Miami to film something. And it was during the week of CinemaCon. And they would have me be there during all of CinemaCon. It wasn't even at CinemaCon. CinemaCon's Las Vegas. It was just the week of CinemaCon, a very busy time on the channel. And that was a great time. I made a lot of videos. Y'all guys really watched those. It was successful. I'm glad I didn't miss out. But they wanted me to go to Miami during CinemaCon. And I was just like, can we do it any other week? Can we do it before? Can we do it after? And they're like, it has to be this week. I was like, no. And so I had to pass on it. But yeah, they made me sign NDA. So I knew since like February that there was going to be a How to Train Your Dragon meal coming sometime. And now it's here. And I had to make the content for you guys. I can't miss CinemaCon week. That's a banging week for the channel, man. That's Christmas on the channel. Super Sticker sent in from official Awesome Geek Headquarters channel. Thank you so much. Austin Kate says, post it on a link on the Reddit. Make it easy. Oh, dude, Austin, you're just being too nice, man. Thank you. Thank you, Austin. Thank you. Love Angel says, I had a scary experience driving today. I accidentally cut someone off and he got pissed and he went in front of me and stopped and kept brake checking me but I'm safe. Thank Lord. Dude, Angel, it is crazy you say this because I did something today. And in this story, I am at fault. It is my accident and I deserved whatever was going to happen to me. So for one, dude, that's a scary experience. I hate people like that who like want to try to trigger you on the road and stuff like that. And I'm just behind the wheel, dude. I get so assertive. I get so angry. And sometimes I've told y'all my story with my road rage. But today, right before the live stream, I did something bad. So I was pulling into my street to go home. And I don't know what was wrong with me or what I was thinking. There was a BMW that was headed. They weren't even speeding. They were just driving normally. And I don't know, in my mind, I thought I had enough time. Like he was still so far away that I could turn in and then we could, eventually pass each other. So he's coming and I would join him on the road and I would stay on my side. He would stay on his side and we'd keep going. Well, I didn't calculate how far he was good enough in my head. So I started going, and as I'm going, I'm realizing, oh, he's a lot closer than I thought. And I'm like, well, it's too late. If I stop now, he hits me. So I just have to keep going with it. And so that pissed him off because he's like, dude, you clearly see me coming. I'm on my way, and you're putting your car right in front of mine. So yeah, he honked his horn, and he like was really loud with it. And again, my fault. It was me being an idiot. We weren't going like super fast or anything. It would have been like a small little fender bender, but still, it's like annoying because it's like, dude, you see me coming. Why didn't you stop at your stop? Let me pass and then you go. I wasn't calculating correct. I was thinking about a million different things. I was on my way to stream, so it's your guys' fault. I'm blaming you. I don't take accountability. I'm a YouTuber. Accountability? Off the shoulder. That's just what happens when you become one. No, just kidding. I'm definitely at fault and I'm bad. But what happened afterwards, after that happened and all that, and I'm embarrassed because my girl's in the car too, and I have to be like, I'm sorry, babe. I didn't know. And she's all looking at me like, Chris, what did you do? Chris, why'd you do that? As I'm driving in my rear view, that car makes a U-turn. And that car was not trying to make a U-turn. That car was on its way to wherever they were going. They were going to go to some grocery store, some restaurant, wherever their plans were. Their plan was to not do a U-turn. I knew that. So, and he did it angrily. He did it quick. He did a U-turn really quick. And I see it in my rear view. And my house is right there. Like I turn the street, and then a couple houses down, my house is right there. So I'm supposed to be parking into my driveway to get into my garage to come home. But I see that U-turn, and I see him obviously angry, and he wants to have some words with me about what kind of idiot driving was that, buddy? And this is Texas too. You never know who has a gun and who wants to act like a tough guy. So I just start driving past my house, and my girl's in the car like, what are you doing? That our house right there. And I'm like, babe, he's following us. And she goes, oh, dude, what the heck? She's like, why'd I agree to get engaged with this guy? Why am I marrying him? And so I'm like, I gotta lose him. I gotta lose him in this neighborhood because he's just gonna keep following me until I park. And so I turn and I turn and I turn and I turn, and I lost him. And then I finally made it my way back to my house, got in my garage, and luckily I put my car in the garage. So once I'm in the garage and garage doors closed, he's not gonna find me in no parking lots. But it's justified hater. He was justified because I would have done the same. And who knows? Maybe he had kids in his car too. So like, it was all in my fault. I was the idiot in that situation, justifiably mad. But I wasn't trying to get an altercation. I wasn't trying to be a funny guy because I would have been. If he ended up stopping me, catching me, I would have been like, what? Oh, that was your car? Dude, I was texting, dude. I didn't even see you, man. It was probably when I grabbed the donut I had in my car and looked away. I would have just been an asshole. That would have been my motive, and that would have pissed him off even more. So that's what happened. I was being pursued and chased. I'm glad that guy didn't catch up to me. And honestly, every as soon as this live stream ends, I'm gonna check my Facebook community chat. Because if you live in a neighborhood, people do that. They have like Facebook groups of everyone who lives in the house. They'd be like, hey, do you guys know when this house is gonna do this, or is the garage sale day? I'm gonna look if anyone's gonna complain. It's like that car who cut me off earlier. I'm like, it was me. I'm sorry. So yeah, there you go. That's that was me today, and I'm glad you're okay, Angel. I'm glad you're okay. Speeder says, did you see that David Tennant wanted to play Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four First Steps? I did see that. I think he would have been good at it too, but I think it's also a safe choice. I don't mind Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. I think he's going to do fine in the role. I know a lot of people are angry about it. Or like, I only see him as Last of Us or something else, but I think he's going to do good. But David Tennant would have been awesome too. He would have been awesome. Should scary movies use a Final Destination base for their next film, like how they use Scream for their first movie? Oh, well, scary movie use a final. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Oh, you know what? That could be a way to do it. And instead of like death being the thing, every kill is a different horror icon from a movie. That would be a good base kill. And also one person can get killed by like an Annabelle, one person can get killed by like the Get Out people, one person can get killed with, I don't know. That's not a bad idea for a basis. That's not a bad idea for a basis. I have Mission Impossible short you may find funny. We'll put it in the Reddit or somebody. I might check it out then. Do you think they'll make a Simba's Pride remake? Nah. They had their chance to do stuff. Me might get another live action Lion King related thing because that Lion King movie made bank. So they still might chunk out that franchise. 3C lore on annoying people in the theater. Oh, I mean, I've done the thing where I was like, I don't do it often, but it's happened before. I remember when I went to watch Ant-Man. This was before I was a YouTuber. When the first Ant-Man came out, I went to watch it with my friend. And I think it was a scene. It was like some Easter egg that happened. And I turned to him and I said, oh, that's an Easter egg from this. And as I'm telling him that, there was a guy in our row that went, shh, like really loud and aggressive. And you could see my friend went and just stayed watching. And I also had like a little girl just. And dude, my friend still brings that up to his day. Brings up how I got shushed by a guy during Ant-Man. But that's the worst I've done. I've never done anything horrible or anything weird. Just sometimes just a little too talky. Can I get a shout out? I'm a big fan. Well, Phil McCracken, you're cracking and you've been shouted out. I can get you stream highlights. Sorry. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Reed, if you're still listening, can you get the part where I did my review of Fear Street? If you can add that on. And in the highlight, if possible, read it. If it's too much work, I understand. If not, I'll find a way to do it myself. Put in the times that I found out later through the super chats that there was actually a highlight of the Skibidi toilet moment, that it does say it on screen, and I missed it like a goof. Thank you. Just for context, so the clip knows I eventually found out. Peyton Rook says, that's my bad for saying you missed my super chat. I thought it was skipped. No, man, because it was early in the stream. Yeah, sometimes it just takes a while to get to him. I know, Peyton. You're good, man. You're good. Dylan Esperanza says, I work at BK. I am a manager. It would be cool if you would come to my store, How to Train Your Dragon Mail. It would be free for you. Oh, it doesn't have to be free, man. I'd pay for it happily. But that would, hey, if you got one nearby in Dallas, I will happily go to it. And that would be good too, because sometimes I'll go into these restaurants and places and they're like, hey, you can't film here, sir. That would be awesome. So let me know where your location is, and maybe I actually will be able to stop by it. JC Production says, can you shout out my channel? And I also want to thank you for getting me through my dad passing. Oh, I'm sorry about that. And that you matter to us, and we love you so much. Hey, I love all you guys. Sorry about your dad's passing. That must be hard, man. And glad you watch. Glad you watch, buddy. Soul Runs 99 says, Chris, you see the Texas anime ban Goodbye Persona. The Texas anime banned Goodbye Persona. I did not see they did that, but Texas, they be on some stuff sometimes, man. I can't believe they did it. Yeehaw. Thoughts on Andor Season 2? I've never seen Andor, but I'm thinking I'm going to have to watch it. People keep saying that that's peak Star Wars, that it's actually one of the good things Disney has made in the Star Wars world, and it makes me curious enough to want to see it. I mean, I've seen Kenobi, didn't see Book of Boba Fett, didn't see Ahsoka. I watched the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, didn't watch the 3rd season. I did like Skeleton Crew. I thought that was cool, and I'm sad that I'm probably not gonna get another season of that. But I needed to watch Andor. I just never did. All right. Oh, it's a poor. Oh, so sorry, it's important. Chris, you see that Texas anime banned Goodbye Persona. It's because I know Persona is an anime, right? Persona is an anime. I thought it was saying that they've banned animes, but if you're saying that they've banned that kind of anime, well, then my heart is broken. All right, guys, that is the end. That was the finale. I gotta get to finishing that little footage I need to send to Reed for the vlog. Stay tuned on the channel for more content and awesome things headed your way. We did get one last super chat that just came in that says, you accidentally left in your Final Destination 1 through 5 movie reviews. Oh, Tatas. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've talked about it with Reed and we censored it. It was an accident, man. It happens though. But yes, thank you. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are amazing. Stay safe out there, and more content headed in the future. Bye, amigos.